And Ken, today we have a Lincoln legend in the studio with us here on a Friday. And this gentleman, his name is Mr. Ronnie Carpenter. Ronnie, good afternoon to you, buddy.
Thanks.
Ronnie, he's trying to be modest over here, but he is the biggest Lincoln and Woods fan you ever know of. And he can tell you all about the Woods, and he can tell you a whole lot about high school football. We're going to talk a little bit about some of that and the upcoming teams that could possibly make the playoffs.
Absolutely. We're going to turn Ronnie loose here in a little bit. I promise you, folks.
He can give us the expertise on that one.
Absolutely.
I appreciate the comment about the biggest fan.
You are, Ronnie.
We've got a lot of support. Lincoln's got
Lincoln
a lot.
always
yes,
has.
They do.
They always
Lincoln. The old saying is they travel well. They're all over. It doesn't matter where you're at. If Lincoln High School's got a football game, I guarantee you, Ronnie will tell you this, they're going to have a lot of fans there. They support their kids.
Most of the time we have as many or more than the home team.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. I mean, anywhere you go, black and gold is a tradition at Lincoln High School. I'm talking about not only in today, I'm talking about back in the 70s.
Right.
I mean, you had some all the great football players, Ronnie, that you and Ken seen throughout your career.
Well, Ken and I both graduated in the late 60s.
Yes.
And
well, they were some good ones in the early 70s, too.
We've been there forever.
Absolutely.
We've seen them all.
So, Ronnie, tell us a little bit about yourself, Ronnie. What are you doing?
Well, I work at St. Ace Hardware. I'm looking forward to retirement one of these days. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I'm looking forward to retirement. But I just, more than anything, I just love high school football.
Absolutely. And you got children?
Oh, I got one daughter. And got two grandsons, and fixing to be a great grandpa.
Wow.
Now, you had your one grandson that played Dakota, played football on the state, got runner-up in the state championship game. Is that correct?
Yeah, he played in the game that Todd Gurley just single-handedly walked on top of us.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and Dakota played well from the time he was from the time he was a sophomore through the senior year. He was all conference.
Absolutely. Great young man. Saw him play his whole entire career. Even when he played at Boger City, watched him play. He was quarterback then.
Right.
So yeah, but he grew into a big boy. He grew into a big offensive lineman, I remember.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah, Ronnie Carpenter's here with us today on the First Federal Lincoln County High School Football Show. Comes from a great family. We know Ronnie well. I've known him all my life pretty much. High school days as well as Ken. And so we're honored and very proud to have Ronnie in the studio with us here on the Friday night here for the First Federal Show. All right, Kenny, what are we coming out with, buddy?
Well, let's talk about the winner of the First Federal Lincoln County High School Student Athlete Football Player of the Week award. We give an award every week. The coaches send us candidates from their team, and the award winner this week is Chase Jones from the East Lincoln Mustangs. He's the quarterback that led that great comeback victory over West Lincoln after being down 28-7 at half. He passed for 253 yards on 15 out of 19, 2 touchdowns, no interception. And he connected with Gabe Duncan on a 41-yard touchdown pass to tie the game at 35 each with 2:53 left. And then they went into OT, and he led them for a score in OT, and they eventually beat West Lincoln 42-35. So congratulations to Chase Jones. Tim, you and I have talked about Chase, and we've said that he's one of the most improved players from the beginning of the season to now. There's another one that's very much improved we've seen that had to play quarterback this year and wasn't familiar with playing, and that's Terrell McClain as well. But both those young men have played well, and Chase, this is the first award he's won, and we're glad to give it to him. Although we had some great candidates, we know that Tyshawn Harris had another great game against North Lincoln, broke records.
We're going to rename that award next year called the Tyshawn Harris Award.
And Tyshawn, he's won this award twice.
And Ronnie, you've got to see this young man firsthand.
Yeah. And we recognize how well he's played. This is not to slight him. We're trying to spread the award around a little bit. And Chase has he's been a candidate a couple times.
Absolutely.
And we felt we need to give it to him this week.
And he's just a good kid.
Yes, he is. Yes, excellent young man. His brother was a good football player, too.
You're right.
Yeah, and First Federal wants us to do us, too. They want us to spread the wealth throughout the Lincoln County schools. That's why they're our main sponsor here. So, Ronnie, I know you know a lot of people there.
That's what it should be, though. I mean, you don't stick with one player.
Right.
You're supposed to
to
spread it around. all the kids are doing the very best.
Oh,
that they
absolutely.
Can do. I mean, even it's sad to say that the linemen, they don't get the recognition that they deserve.
Right.
And
we've had a couple linemen this year from West Lincoln.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Mostly it's been some defensive linemen, but those offensive linemen, it's sometimes they don't.
They do the
any-
damage out
they
there.
do
Yeah,
the-
and they don't
Yes.
get the recognition.
They get the
that
dirty
deserve.
work.
Yes.
They do the dirty work. Don't
Because
get recognized.
If it wasn't for the linemen, just like this past week when Tyshawn ran for that record, if it hadn't been for his linemen, he wouldn't have got that record.
You're exactly
Oh,
right.
absolutely.
You're exactly
Absolutely.
right.
And we appreciate that. And a couple of awards we've given this year have been to kickers and special team players, and we'd like to give one to the offensive linemen. We're limited somewhat in what the coaches send to us.
Right.
So,
I understand
sometimes Tim and I would say, well, we all do this. And say, well, the coach is sending something else. And so we're going to go by what the coach.
Right.
Well, congratulations
Yeah.
to Chase Jones, the first Federal Player of the Week for East Lincoln High School. We know Chase's parents well, Mandy and Johnny Jones. Johnny went to Lincoln. Me and Johnny went to school together, and what a great young man he is. So Chase he's having a great year.
Yeah, he started out
Yes.
very tentative, no experience at the varsity level as quarterback, and he has really improved. And as Coach Lubowitz has told us, he's improved in leadership. He led that team offensively that second half
Sure.
to come back and win that game, along with the tough defense and adjustments they made.
And Chase is just a junior, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he'll
is.
be back.
So
Yes,
he'll
he
be
is.
back again next year.
Now
I
he's
mean,
a tall young man, but
He
boy,
put some weight on him.
they need to feed him. I mean, I think he gets listed
He
at
needs some steak and potatoes.
135, and he looked like 135.
He
But
I remember when Chase played Optimus basketball. I mean, he was skinny then.
Yes, he's skinny now too. All righty, Ken.
Congratulations, Chase.
Absolutely. We was at East Lincoln last week with the West Lincoln East Lincoln game. What a great football game that was. West Lincoln was leading at halftime, Ken, 28-7, and East Lincoln went into halftime down 3 touchdowns and came back and won that football game in overtime. What a great game. We talked to Coach Lubowitz after the game and also talked to him this past Monday too. And I tell you, Ken, this man can coach.
yeah, he's a good coach. And one thing he said, I just told him, let's go win the second half. Well, I don't know what else he told them at halftime, but they come out and there was a completely different team the second half. It was 28-7 West Lincoln the first half. It was 28-7
Right.
East Lincoln the second half, and then they had to go in OT.
It was I know Ronnie saying, I didn't think East Lincoln was going to come back and win that game.
I was surprised. I felt like West Lincoln would come out and just drive the ball.
We did too.
And just move the ball and run the time. But from what I talked to one of the coaches this past week, and he said that's what their plans were. But East Lincoln had made some good adjustments on defense, and once they made those adjustments, they didn't overcome it.
Well, like you said, Ron, they make adjustments. That's coaching.
Oh,
And listen, they've
exactly.
got a experienced coach staff. Only person who's gone is Bias.
Right.
Other than that, they've got everybody intact. So those coaches, they know how to go in there and make adjustments for those kids to to come out and to
Right.
play and get themselves in better
And to
position
fire 'em up.
and to fire them up. But I was really surprised they did come back. Tommy Sane, West Lincoln High School football coach, had those kids well prepared.
Oh, I was impressed
I was
at how
too.
they came
Tom
in
did a
there.
great job.
And they just took over. Away on the road to East Lincoln, they just dominated that.
Well, I really and truly didn't think that that East could come back, but they
did.
They proved
and
me wrong.
And they were way down
They were.
against North Lincoln and came back.
Right,
So, they got to have
down
it.
31-7.
Yeah,
They were down
absolutely.
even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
And even in that tough game they lost
twice.
against Maiden, they was down 15-0 early. But
they
they
actually
come back.
won the game, Ken. Me and
Yeah.
Ken saw the video. Did you see that video, Ronnie?
No, I didn't
We
see
saw it.
They should have won that ball
Absolutely.
game. Even the officials in Raleigh basically said, "Yeah, we didn't like that call, but we can't change
Yeah.
the game."
That was sad. I mean, the officials made a mistake there. But
Well,
either way,
Well, we're all human.
we
all
are.
make
We
are.
make mistakes.
Yeah,
Coaches,
yeah.
players,
Right.
officials, everybody makes mistakes. Even we do here at the radio station, don't we, Ken?
Occasionally.
Occasionally, like last week.
Yeah, last week you might start kicking wires out and nothing works. So,
Well, we
anyway.
did a whole show, and we had to go back and redo it.
Yeah, we did that too.
Anyway, East Lincoln takes on the Newton-Conover Red Devils, who got beat by Maiden High School at Maiden. What a great game that was. That was Tom Brown night. Tom got the stadium named after him, actually. And what happened was Newton played good, but Maiden, they played a great game.
No, I think if I'm wrong, didn't they name the Tom Brown stadium at the East Lincoln game? East Lincoln and Maiden.
Maybe they did. I thought it was last week. They told me it was last week.
No,
maybe they did. Maybe
I'm pretty sure.
So
it was,
what they have, a statue or something?
They had some. I think
they
they had some kind of a ceremony last week too, but
Yeah.
they previously named
But
it.
Okay,
they
so-
had named it and they put it up on the
I got you.
on the press box.
I got you.
So what was the ceremony for this past last week? What was it for?
Maybe it's officially the first game at Tom Brown Stadium.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. Well, I know the stadium's named after Tom Brown, and well deserved. What a great coach.
But on that line that you was mentioning about y'all saw the game. I didn't see the East Lincoln Maiden game.
Oh,
and
man.
Yeah, and y'all saw that. But I had a friend of mine tell me that it was probably because that night they had named the stadium after Tom Brown, and it was a home field call.
You serious?
Well,
listen.
Hey,
I'm not saying that. I'm
not saying that either.
I'm not either.
Roddy and I both can tell you when you go to Maiden, it's tough.
It's tough.
It's
Very
tough.
They're gonna get calls.
And
that they normally
sometimes
shouldn't.
wherever
Yeah.
you go, the home team might get a call.
But we have to admit they're always in the running.
They're
They're always tough.
Yeah, well, I mean
Maiden football is like they always say
it's
biggest little
town
town
in the world
nation,
or the nation. Yeah.
In the nation.
Well, what did I read? This is 22nd year in a row they've been in playoffs,
Right.
something like that.
Right.
I mean, they're there every year.
Well, I mean, I don't discredit that at all. I mean, Tom Brown has done a great job building that city around football. And he's had some great football players, the Ikers, the Ramsors, and we can go on and on and on. The Holloways.
And I really and truly think that they should have, when they first built the stadium, the new stadium, I think then they should have named it Tom Brown
I agree.
Stadium.
I agree with you too.
Right
I agree
then,
with you.
I mean, I don't know why they waited.
Why? Yeah, wait so many
he,
years.
I know he retired, and then he came out of retirement and went to Eastburg.
Yep.
I understand that, but if I was going to name it, I would have named it as soon as
You
they
bet the
built
school.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, Maiden was tough at home, and they defeated Newton-Conover, and they did it. Newton-Conover had a 27-23 lead. They got the ball. Maiden got the ball back with a little bit less than 4 minutes on the clock on their own 18-yard line, and started an 82-yard drive. And they finally scored with 25 seconds left in the game on a 28-yard third and goal pass.
A 28-yard.
Yeah, they was
28
penalized.
yards.
penalized.
They drove down and they had a first and goal on the 8, and they had a couple incomplete passes and a couple penalties. Got pushed back to the 28, so it was like 3rd and 28, and they hit the touchdown pass with 25 seconds left in the game.
So it's going to be East Lincoln at Newton-Conover. Ken, we're going to be there tonight. I'm going to tell you right, I think East Lincoln's going to beat Newton-Conover.
Well, I think they can.
I think they will.
You know, Newton's got a good football team. They got a good coaching staff.
They do.
With
Matt does a great job.
East Lincoln's got a good coaching staff and good team. I think it'll come down to turnovers.
I think you're right. Yep.
You know, whoever makes the least turnovers will win that ball.
If they can keep their penalties down too, East Lincoln's been known to have a lot of penalties time. It was good last week, and they've gotten better. But the first 4 or 5 games of the year,
we've had Newton-Conover several games,
Yes.
and for a while there, they were really committing a lot of penalties.
Yeah,
so
so East Lincoln did too, but East Lincoln's corrected their problems. So I'm picking East Lincoln with the upset tonight over Newton-Conover. I think that's going to help them in the playoff seedings too. Possibly maybe get a home game, maybe one. But, you know.
They're going to have to slow down the passing.
They're going to have to.
I mean, Shamar
Yes.
Baker's there, and he's a good player. He's a good runner, but he really hurts you with his arm. He's got some good receivers.
That Baker kid, too, is good, too. I think
the
his
other
brother
Baker,
or
Miles
cousin,
Baker. They
Miles
got
Baker,
several
he's
that
good.
can catch. Now, they're missing the Stinson kid, and that's hurt him, I think, not only on offense as far as his power running, but he also played linebacker on defensive end. He's tough on
hurt
defense.
on both sides of the ball.
Both sides. So they don't have him.
When you lose a player of that caliber, though, I don't care. People say, well, we got people to put in there.
But it ain't the same.
If they was as good as he was,
they
would have been in there in the first place.
All righty. You're listening to Ronnie Carpenter, Tim Johnson, and Ken Link right here on the First Federal Lincoln County High School Football Show.
Hi, this is Coach Lubowitz, East Lincoln High School Football, and you're listening to Tim and Ken on the First Federal Lincoln County High School Football Show.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, and Bossier City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Ledford Gibson, head football coach, Lincoln High School, and you're listening to Tim and Ken on WLON Lincoln County Football Show.
All right, we're back here on the First Federal Lincoln County High School Football Show. That's the head football coach of the Lincolnton High School Wolves. That's Mr. Ledford Gibson, and he is going to be taking on this week the Maiden Blue Devils, and it's going to be at Lincoln High School. And I tell you, Ronnie, that's going to be a great game. Lincolnton can beat Maiden.
Well, I think we can, but we have to limit our turnovers. We have to play as good as we can, and they have to. We can stop Maiden.
We can.
I've watched them, but they've got a good ball club, and they're not 10-0 for a reason.
Well, they got a good coaching staff too, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
And I'll tell you something, Ronnie, too. We had Maiden up at North Lincoln, and they got a good quarterback. That quarterback's really good. Running back, I like the running back too. But other than that, I didn't. That wide receiver's pretty good
that wide
too.
receiver had a huge game against Newton-Conover last week.
I think Lincoln can match up with their speed.
I think our pass defense can match up with and stay with them.
Yes.
What scares me, and it always does, is their quarterback is just like Farley was.
He is.
He's not as fast as Farley,
but he's elusive.
He's mobile.
But he is mobile.
Yes.
And if he gets loose, can we tackle him?
Ronnie, we were talking in between the break and stuff a while ago. Tell our listeners a little bit about the playoff picture. I know you and Ken was talking about that. Explain to them, if you don't mind, please, a little bit about what you think maybe possibly could happen in a playoff for our Lincoln County teams.
Yeah, and to set that up, Tim and I have been talking about Lincoln's got to win this game to get in the playoffs. But talking to Ronnie here,
he's got a different perspective.
Maybe not. And Ronnie knows more about that than anybody I know as far as trying to predict who's going to get in the playoffs.
And it's good to have that knowledge.
Well, I thank you for the compliment, but I'm just going on past experiences, and I've tried to keep up with it for the last several years. But for our Lincoln County schools, now if East Lincoln was to win Friday night tonight against Newton, if they play them and win tonight, they will definitely get a home game because they're going to go in as a number 2 seed. Maiden is going to go in as a number 1 seed, regardless of the outcome tonight between them and our Lincoln Wolves. Even if we win, Maiden's still going to be a number 1 seed.
What is Lincoln looking like?
Lincoln is 5-5 right now, and if they go in at 5-6 or 6-5. They're going to go by the Max Preps ratings. Right now, Max Preps has Lincoln rated, their power rating, at number 43. There's going to be 64 teams in the playoffs. And what they're going to do, they're going to rate the number 1 seeds. They're going to find out all the number 1 seeds after they get to ADM. So they got to figure out who's going to be big, who's going to be small.
Right.
And it's always
Lincoln will be small.
Lincoln's going to be small. Lincoln will be
East
small.
Lincoln may not.
East Lincoln last year was big, and they're going to be big again. The cutoff, I see the cutoff somewhere between 8:30 and 8:60.
Got you.
Somewhere in
Shelby could be small. Believe it or not.
Shelby can be small.
Yes.
And but it's all depends on the cutoff. But
Maiden to be small.
As far as Lincoln would be. I saw a projection the other day on Carolina Preps, not on the Max Preps, but on Carolina Preps. A gentleman named Chris Hughes. He's He keeps up with it a lot, and he's got us projected as something like a number 12 seed, and we'd open up with
on
a
the
number.
road.
We'll be on the road the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, after the season that we've had, I mean, the guys played hard, and we just had, we had so many individuals that was playing out of position. And
good players leaving the school.
And good players leaving the school, but still, that's beside the point. You have to play. You have to play
with what
11
you got.
players. You have to play 11 players at a timeout. And but the first 6 ball games of the year.
Been tough,
I
Ronnie.
had doubts whether we would even
Been
be
tough on
talking
Ronnie,
about,
Ken.
I had doubts whether we'd be talking about playoffs, but my personal opinion, and I think that we're in. Now, as far as West Lincoln, I don't.
And you
see
got
any
Lincoln
way.
ranked at 43rd, is that right?
That's what
Max
Preps.
Preps.
Max Preps,
Max
43rd.
Preps has got them ranked number 43, and they was actually 49 last week.
But they jumped up.
Then they won against North Lincoln, and I don't know all the criteria that they use.
Sure.
But for some reason they've jumped it up to today. It came out today, and we were number 43. So
Ken, Ronnie, what's Lincoln got to do to win this football game?
Well, I think
They need to win this game
They
for
need
confidence.
to take care of the football, play tough defense, and I think Ledford can dial up a good defensive plan.
right.
But they got to score, and Maiden's not dumb. They know who's going to be carrying
Sure.
the mail. They're gonna key on Tyshawn Harris. We know they will, but they need to take advantage of not only his skills and what they do best, but get that to some other athletes like Hollis
I like to
and,
see Hollis get
and
involved.
Evans and some of those kids. You agree,
Right.
Ronnie?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, we got to spread it around. Because we can't go in with one mindset. Because you go in with one mindset, Maiden's coaches are good enough or great enough.
They're gonna exploit that.
They got a good
Yes.
coaching staff. And matter of fact, they got one of ours.
Yeah.
And-
Greg Pound.
Yeah,
He's-
Greg
yeah.
Pound, and he's a great.
Yes,
coach.
he is.
I begged him last year not to leave, but you can see my influence. It didn't count for much.
Folks, we got Ronnie Carpenter from Lincolnton in the studio with us here tonight on the First Federal Lincoln High School Football Show. Ronnie's been a Lincolnton fan for over God knows how many years, Ronnie.
Well, I graduated in 1968, but I was away from the school and from sports from 1970 until about 1986.
Gotcha.
And since 1986, I've missed 6 ball games.
Well,
And I was on.
if you want to know something about Lincoln football, the man's talking on the radio right now.
Yeah.
Ronnie Carpenter, without a doubt. Ronnie, like I say, he's been about every football game there is in Lincoln since '86, all the way up to right now. He's every state playoff game, state championship game. He's seen it all. The great players, and not only that, but Ronnie is a fellow Christian too, without a doubt.
Yeah,
brother
yeah.
Christ, absolutely. So
Yeah,
I know that.
because those 6 games, all 6 of those games, 5 of them I was on mission trips.
Yeah,
And the other one,
absolutely. So that's good.
other one, you had a health problem.
Yeah,
right?
No, never have been sick. As far as
Missing the game.
Well,
I know you had a little bit of health problem.
He did. I remember that,
several
too.
years ago, and they
Yeah.
and
But you made it, didn't you?
well, they told me I couldn't go, but I
But
told
you
them I
did.
said I'm going.
That's good right there. Ronnie Carpenter, ladies and gentlemen, Lincoln High School Wolves. It's always good. Ronnie, I'm Lincoln's going to beat them.
I hope.
Well, we will. Right. And just to say again, what a great year that Tyshawn Harris has had.
Oh, my gracious.
He's got over 1,600 yards rushing, but last week he had 318 yards, which broke Brandon Wilson's record of 302, previously held, set in 2010. So that's a single game. Is that a Lincoln County record?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Lincoln
is.
County
Yes, it is.
single
It's a
game
Lincoln-
record,
right.
318 yards. He also on 25 carries, he had 4 touchdowns in that game. So
And
he's
he
been
didn't-
great all
and
year.
he didn't start.
Yeah, I understand he missed the first series of the game.
On defense and offense,
First,
what I was
yeah,
told.
yeah.
Disciplinary reasons.
Absolutely. All right, we'll be back here on the First Federal Lincoln County High School Football Show.
Hi, this is Tom Sane, West Lincoln High School football coach, and you're listening to Tim Johnson and Ken Link on the First Federal Lincoln County High School football show.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Bossier City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
All right, we're back here on the First Federal Lincoln County High School Football Show. And, you know, we want to personally thank House of Pizza. Ronnie, you like House of Pizza?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gracious, man. We eat there every Friday, and they got some of the best food. Matter of fact, I think Ken's put on about 20 pounds since we've been doing this show.
Well, I don't know that I've done that, but I've been trying to take off some by walking every day, but I've been walking about 3 miles at a House of Pizza. I must have to ratchet up to about 5, I think.
Ronnie, I got him. I made him go buy some new shoes. He didn't wear his shoes out from walking, so he went and bought some new shoes the other day. So, but absolutely, House of Pizza, Mary and all the gang there. We just love those girls there at House of Pizza, and we love eating there. And Ken's favorite, what you always get, Ken? House of Pizza.
Oh, that House of Pizza
Special.
House special. We can jump in on some pizza now.
I like the pepper steak sub.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's good
their
too.
subs are great.
Yeah.
They a lot of some people like that chicken teriyaki or whatever. So I mean, it's they have good food. There's no doubt about that.
You can't beat that.
No.
All righty. All right, we got the West Lincoln High School Rebels. Tommy Sane and the boys.
Yeah, they're all coming off that heartbreaking loss at East Lincoln. They take on Lake Norman Charter, and they're hosting them this week. Lake Norman Charter has yet to win a game in the conference, so I look for West Lincoln to finish this season off with the win. But unfortunately, according to Ronnie's evaluation here, even if they win, I don't think they're going to be able to make the playoffs as a full-win team.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Rebels.
I really don't see a 4-win team other than I was when we was talking a little earlier. There's a couple of scenarios where a 4-win team is going to get in, but they're going to be a second-place team in a conference.
Yes.
Those are weak conferences.
I see 2 games where they lost, Ronnie, that really hurt the West Lincoln Rebels. The Bandy's games the other week lost. That was we predicted West Lincoln to beat Bandy's. And the East Burke game.
Yeah, that's a game. That's a game they
could
have, should have, and didn't win. But that's the way it goes. Brandon Eichard was tremendous last week. Had over 200 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and in the loss, he was our offensive player of the game because he was that dominant in the loss.
And their JV team is a good JV team too. They got a good many.
Tommy's got a great program there at West Lincoln.
Tom Sane's a good coach.
Yes, he is. And not only a great coach, but he's a great man, too. Know Tom well. Yeah, you're right, Ronnie. They got a good JV team, and they got a great program there. I just don't understand why that they don't throw the ball more. I would love to see them throw the ball more.
Well,
yeah, maybe they will in the future. I know they feel like they don't have the
Seth's
athletes,
a good athlete.
but
they threw it a few times on the JV team this past when they played Lincoln because they beat Lincoln JV team and they look pretty good, but you never know,
Sure.
When you go from JVs.
It's a different
speed. It's a different world.
Yeah, it's almost like baseball going from middle school to high school. It's all about speed, power, and it's a bigger field. It seems to be bigger, but biggest you got more. And if you're a freshman or sophomore, you're playing against seniors who, of course, have been working out for 3-4 years and got bigger and faster and stronger. And so, and the coaching's different too. Everything's different. You got more people there, more fans, more pressure. So it's a different world.
But West Lincoln's always play tough.
Well, they run the football. I'll tell you what,
they really should beat Lake Norman Charter fairly easily.
I don't think that'd be.
If they just hold on to the ball,
take care of business, they should take care.
That's all they need to do.
The other game, Tim, we have North Lincoln playing Bandy's. Now they're at Bandy's. That may be a pretty tough game for North Lincoln.
There'll be some points there. I think North Lincoln's going to put up some points. It's their last game of the season. I know Coach Pack, another great coach, great young man. Me and Kenneth had an opportunity to meet him several times and talk to him. I tell you, you couldn't ask for a better coach there at North Lincoln High School. He's going to turn that program around.
And he's been close so many games. He's just a couple plays away, and I know it's frustrating.
He's got a great offensive team.
He does.
They hurting right now on defense.
Yes.
Their defense is a little bit slack. But, I mean, I know the kids play hard, and they do the very best that they can, and that's all you can ask of them. But it's still they just, I don't know if it's a defensive scheme that they got them in or what, but it's just not a real good.
I was
defense.
talking to somebody who's familiar with the program there, and they said their defense. I said, "Where's your defensive players? You got anything for Newton-Conover that's playing them?" They said, "Not on the varsity." He said, "Our defensive players on JVs. That's where we got some talent."
And their JVs and their JV quarterback is a good looks good.
Well, I tell you what, they got a running back by the name of, is it Ty Williams?
He's in middle school, but they say he's gonna be something special.
He's special. This
He's
kid,
great.
The Crest High School football varsity coach went out on the field and shook his hand, said, "Son, you're the best running back I've seen in middle school." Now this is Crest.
Yeah.
That should tell you something.
Yeah, it should tell you a lot.
Folks, we have Ronnie Cartner in the studio with us. Ronnie, I want to thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Anytime the door's open, Ronnie, it's always good to have the knowledge and the wisdom of Lincoln County High School football. Not just Lincoln High School, but Lincoln County. Ronnie, you're the best. I want to thank you for coming, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Ken Link, Tim Johnson, First Federal Lincoln County High School football show. We'll see you guys here next Friday. Come see us at Newton-Conover where the East Lincoln Mustangs takes on the Newton-Conover Red Devils tonight.
We'll be there, and we're looking for a great game.
Offside defense. Give me time. We'll hit the touchdown here. Get back here. Right, 30. Watch him out there. Right there, right there.
It's time to get ready. Get ready for the big Black Friday car, truck, and tractor show at Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. Again, that's Friday, November 24th. What a day it's going to be. Cars, trucks, and tractors. Entry fee for the show is an unwrapped Christmas gift or $10. Items collected and the money will go to those less fortunate in our community this Christmas season. And check out the year-end savings at Classic Ford Lincoln. 0% financing for up to 72 months, plus up to $1,500 cash back on selected vehicles. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Tradition never graduates.
Tar Heels bring the house, and down he goes.
All out.
Loses the handoff, and Carolina picks up the fumble.
Every game, all season long.
What way can't the Tar Heels score today?
Catch all of the action right here on the Tar Heels Sports Network.
North Carolina, Duke, Clemson, and NCAA football right here on Big O Country, WHS, WCSL, and WLON, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
All righty, welcome out to Newton-Conover High School here at Gurley Stadium. Is Tim Johnson and Mr. Ken Link, Mr. Baseball himself. We're here live tonight in the big town of Newton, North Carolina, where the East Lincoln Mustangs is coming to town on a great win last week over the West Lincoln Rebels. The East Lincoln Mustangs, they're headed to the playoffs this year, Ken, and they have got a great football team out there, and led by head coach David Lubowitz and, of course, that junior quarterback Chase Jones.
Yes, coming off a big comeback win last week against county rival West Lincoln. After being down 28-7 at the half, the East Lincoln turned that around, scored 28 points themselves in the regulation of the second half to tie that ball game up and go into overtime, and won in overtime 42-35. East Lincoln's defense has been their strength most of the year, and last week it was surprisingly how well West Lincoln was able to move the ball on them the first half, but they made adjustments at halftime that coaching staff did, and again, another comeback. They've had several good comebacks this year.
Yes, they have. The record is 5-1 in the conference, 6-4 overall. And Newton-Conover's 5-1, 8-2 overall. Newton-Conover's coming off the loss last week in overtime, I believe it was, against the Maiden. Is it overtime or was it?
No,
it was regulation.
Regulation.
Okay.
Maiden scored very late, 25 seconds.
That's right.
To pull that game out 30-27 at Maiden.
Gotcha. We've had so many overtime games here lately with East Lincoln, and
East Lincoln's had a couple.
They've had a couple good overtime games, but yeah. Newton-Conover coming off a loss last weekend to the Maiden Blue Devils there at Maiden High School, and played a really good game. You had a chance to talk to Coach Matt Bean, the Newton-Conover High School varsity football coach here at Newton, and he said his team didn't play bad. He said they didn't play the game that they normally play, that they've been playing all year long. He said they're looking forward to coming out tonight and playing a much better game here tonight against the East Lincoln Mustangs.
Yeah, he felt like they didn't have their best game last week against Maiden. Both of those teams came in with undefeated conference records, and like I said, Maiden scored late to pull it out, and he obviously was disappointed with that, but he's looking forward to this game tonight and looking forward to heading into the playoffs and doing well.
Yeah, when you play a team like the Maiden Blue Devils who's coached really well, I tell you, you better play a good game. If you don't, more than likely you're going to get beat. I mean, those teams for years and years and years have always been coached well through the Blue Devils all the way up. When Tom Brown was the head coach there, and we all know who Tom Brown was, and actually it was Tom Brown Stadium, it's been called now, in the little city of Maiden, North Carolina. So congratulations to Coach Brown and, of course, all his accomplishments in his coaching career there at Maiden High School. This weekend, like I say, East Lincoln and Newton-Conover, it's going to be a big game tonight because I believe the winner of this will be number 2 seed. Is that correct?
Yeah, so they'll end up being number 2 in the conference, and I think that will mean a home game for sure.
Yes.
Obviously, Maiden will have the number 1 seed no matter what happens tonight in their game against Lincoln. They've already beaten Newton-Conover, Newton-Conover and East Lincoln.
Right.
Therefore, they have the number 1 seed.
Right. And, you know, after that loss last week with Newton-Conover, I'm sure Matt Beam is going to have his team firing on all cylinders without a doubt. So they're going to be chomping at the bit to get back out on the field. It's senior night here tonight in Newton-Conover. So, like I say, they'll be chomping the bit to get back out on the field to go out and put some points up on the board. And the big offensive guy that East Lincoln's got to stop is quarterback Shamar Baker, without a doubt.
He's no doubt the leader of this team. Dual threat at quarterback. He certainly can pass it. He's got good receivers to throw to, but he also can run that ball, and he's who you got to stop. If you want to slow down their offense, you got to show down Shamar Baker. Now he's got some good receivers. I said one of those receivers is a guy named Miles Baker. They also have Kywan McClain and Jaheim Mullen. All of those are excellent receivers, and he'll throw to all those.
Right, he will, and I'm going to tell you something, like you said, he's not only a thrower, he's a runner, so he can do it all for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. You're listening to the Renato, it's the pregame show here on the LincolnCounty.com. Tim Johnson and Ken Link were your hosts tonight. Evan Ludwig is in the house also with us. He's on camera tonight. It's always good to work with Evan. Young man's also working down at Channel 3, WBTV Channel 3 News. He's doing his internship down there. And he's doing such a great job for KTC Broadcasting. You can always catch Evan on the postgame show, too, with Kevin Hastings and Mr. Davis and, of course, all the rest of the guys there at KTC Broadcasting.
And you'll also catch him on Saturday morning.
Saturday mornings, Mitchell Kitchen.
That's right, the sports show.
That sports talk show, been going on for years. I know Evan's been part of that show for a long time and does an outstanding job, and what an outstanding young man he is, too. And we're glad to have him here with us tonight. He's taking Alex's place. Alex on the way to East Carolina. So he's trying to get him a place down there to go to school, Ken.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You have to spend some of your money.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's been doing that for a long time. All right, you listen to Tim Johnson, Ken Link, and Evan Lovewood. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back here in the Renato High School. Game of the week is the Newton-Conover Red Devils here at Gurley Stadium taking on the East Lincoln Mustangs on LincolnCounty.com.
It's the grand reopening of Renato Cadillac Buick GMC in Shelby. Hurry in now for celebration savings. During this grand event, get grand savings like $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2016 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab. Get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Encore. And get $7,500 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Enclave Convenience. Come in for all the details during the grand reopening. Renato Cadillac Buick GMC at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. It's time to trade up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Payment starts at $97 per month, or you can get 2.99% APR financing, plus up to $300 customer cash. And that's not all. Get 2.99% financing APR, plus up to $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for all the details during the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell, exit 22 at I-85, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Campers Inn in Kings Mountain presents their second annual holiday bike drive. Camping out for kids, December 8th, 9th, and 10th. Campers Inn has partnered with the Kings Mountain Police Department to collect new bikes for the children in our community. They are hoping to collect from 150 to 200 new bikes, from toddlers to teens, and they do all the work. Just bring your unassembled bike and they'll put it together for you. You can help make Christmas brighter for a child this year. Plan now to participate in the second annual Camping Out for Kids Holiday Bike Drive, December 8th, 9th, and 10th at Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain. It's the grand opening of the new Renato Honda. The renovations are complete, and you're invited to drop by our new showroom. Check out the great deals this month, like 0.9% APR financing for the 2017 Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Offer ends October 31st. And check out the great specials in the service department. Don't get left out in the cold with a free winter battery test. And right now, get an oil change, tire rotation, and balancing, only $74.95. Don't miss the deals during the grand opening celebration at the new Renato Honda, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look. CKDKDS Macron. Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
I said where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken, where I come from.
Okay, we're back here at Newton-Conover and for the First Federal Savings Bank pregame show on this LincolnCounty.com game of the week. Those Newton-Conover Red Devils taking on the East Lincoln Mustangs. And we talked a little bit about this game. East Lincoln's coming in hoping to pull off a win to get the second seed in the South Fork 2A Conference. And we talked a little bit about their comeback last week. A big part of that comeback was their quarterback Chase Jones, who led that second half, threw a couple touchdown passes, and has really been playing better since early in the season and improving every week. In fact, he was our Lincoln County, First Federal Lincoln County High School Student Athlete Football Player of the Week last week. And he's coming in tonight. East Lincoln had a big run last week from to Tevin Johnson, who went 81 yards for a touchdown. McKeevy Finks is someone they brought up from the JV team several games ago.
And he looked really good last weekend.
He had several catches, one for a touchdown pass.
Yes, he did.
And Chandler Jones, their halfback, had 3 rushing touchdowns last week.
And he's on the verge of breaking 1,000 yards too, Chandler is.
Yeah, so he has played well with them all year. And that offense is going to have to put some points on the board because we know that Newton-Conover will score some points. You're not going to completely shut them down.
No, you're not. You're not. Not a team like Newton-Conover with as much as a talent they have on that football field, athletes all over the field. And I really like how Matt Beam puts his kids in position to make plays. He runs a zone offense out there. And the big running back, Stinson, will be back for the second week in the playoffs after the first week around. And so he's got a really great group of young men who's really talented for the Newton-Conover Red Devils football team. And I tell you, when they get going, you've seen it firsthand, they're hard to stop.
Yeah, they're well coached. They have a good offensive scheme. Matt Beam is a very confident coach. He believes they can score and play with anybody.
He does that.
And he brings that confidence, and that team plays like that. Alan Wilfong is a speedy running back that's in there. He's been running back the last few games, and he's not as powerful runner as the they had when Stinson was in there. But he's got a lot of speed, Tim, and so he's another one of those good athletes that can take it to the house if he gets a little bit of open field.
Yes, he can. But, speaking of the East Lincoln Mustangs, they, like I was telling you earlier, Chandler Jones, the senior running back, has had a great year. He's fixing to break 1,000 yards. If he has a pretty decent game tonight, I'm not exactly sure how many yards he's behind, but he could break 1,000 yards, and that'll be a great accomplishment for that young man and for the East Lincoln Mustangs. On the defensive side of the ball, everybody knows Ryan Matz. Everybody knows Ryan.
Young man that played well all year. Already committed to go to West Point and play at Army.
Absolutely. Ryan's had a great year. Like Ken said, he's on his way to West Point Academy to have a great career there at Army, so we're awfully proud of him. I also want to say hello to his grandparents, the Matz family, and, of course, from down in Florida, they always make the trip up here to North Carolina to watch your grandson to play football, and if they're not, they're down there listening to us on KTC broadcast. And also, he's got family in the Buckeye State up in Ohio.
And they had some of those visiting last Friday night.
He did.
On senior night, and so we welcome listeners everywhere.
Yes.
Not just North Carolina.
All over. And speaking of mom and dad, the Matz family, and what great people they are. So I know they're awfully proud of their young man too, Mr. Ryan Matz. I like Coach Leibowitz. He's done a great job this football team.
Yes.
Starting out 0-3.
Yes, first year as a head coach, and he righted the ship after a few tough games against some pretty good opponents early on. As the younger guys getting more experience, they got more confidence. And Tim, they've been behind here in the second half in several games at halftime. Games that we thought they couldn't come back and win, and they have come back and won.
Yes, they have. You're right. I agree with you there, Kenny. And I tell you, too, Leibowitz has got some really big shoes to fill when it comes to Mike Bias, who was the head coach there for over 12 years and had a great career, 2 state championships there at East Lincoln High School. So he's gone on to up to West Virginia to coach up there. And I understand we talked to Leibowitz another week ago, and without a doubt, Coach Bias has turned that program around within a year, and he's got them in the playoffs up there too. So congratulations to Coach Mike Bias, the former head coach there at East Lincoln High School. But Kim, we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to go to some keys of the game for the East Lincoln Mustangs for what they have to do to be able to win this game, and also for the Newton-Conover, what they're going to have to do to win the game here tonight. So you're listening to Tim Johnson and Ken Link here at Gurley Stadium. We're at Newton-Conover High School, and it's senior night tonight, Ken. So they're introducing the seniors down there on the football field, and I like what they did. They got the numbers down there of the seniors on the field. That's pretty neat.
They've got the field lined off with white lettering, but over here on the home side, they've got in red letters, big red letters, the numbers of all the seniors that play in our last game here.
I like that. We're back here on the Renato High School football game of the week. It's the Stadium Pregame Show, the first federal pregame show, and you're listening to Tim Johnson and Ken Link on LincolnCounty.com.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243. It's the grand opening of the new Renato Honda. The renovations are complete, and you're invited to drop by our new showroom. Check out the great deals this month, like 0.9% APR financing for the 2017 Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Offer ends October 31st. And check out the great specials in the service department. Don't get left out in the cold with a free winter battery test. And right now, get an oil change, tire rotation, and balancing, only $74.95. Don't miss the deals during the grand opening celebration at the new Ronaldo Honda, located at Ronaldo Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. It's time to trade up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Payment starts at $97 per month, or you can get 2.99% APR financing plus up to $300 customer cash. And that's not all. Get 2.99% financing APR plus up to $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for all the details during the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Exit 22 at I-85, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincoln, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. The Can-Am Tabarite at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincoln. They're big, they're bold, and they're now in stock at Al Lane Motorsports. See the new 2018 Can-Am Maverick X3 or the new 2018 Can-Am Outlander 1000 XMR. Ask about special financing on selected 2017 models. Al Lane Motorsports, your new Can-Am dealer, serving Lincoln, Gaston, Cleveland, and surrounding counties. Online at allanemotorsports.com.
All righty, welcome back to the Newton-Conover High School. We're at Gurley Stadium here tonight. The East Lincoln Mustangs are coming to town to take on the Newton-Conover Red Devils. They are, let's see here, the Newton-Conover football record is 5-1, 8-2 overall. The East Lincoln Mustangs is 5-1, 6-4 overall. So they got pretty good records, both these teams do. They're competing for the number 2 seed overall. And before we go any further, Kenny, before I turn things over to you for the keys of the play, keys of the game, and player to watch, I want to say hello to our good friends around us here tonight. Mr. Mike Powell from the McGasset Gazette. It's always good working with Mike. You know, when you think about Mike Powell, you think about a legend. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best without a doubt. Also, Mr. Max Singh from Hickory Daily Record. We always work with Max here a lot, so Max is always hanging out with us here, doing a fantastic job. And also Mr. Michael Christopher of the Newton paper. Good to see him too. I see you too, Gallagher. Good to see you too. So we're here tonight, and I'm going to turn things over to my right-hand man, Mr. Kenny Link.
Okay, let's quickly hit some of the keys of the game. For East Lincoln to win this game tonight, they have to slow down Shamar Baker. They're not going to be able to completely stop him. But
I agree with that.
He is the show. He's the one who runs the things here.
Yes.
If he can do it with his legs, and he can do it with a pass. They have to play excellent pass defense because he is going to throw the ball.
Yes, he is.
And they have to limit the mistakes. On Newton-Conover side, Shamar Baker, if he has a good game, Newton-Conover is going to win. As far as our players of the game, our Classic Ford and Lincoln of Shelby players of the game, we're going to pick that man for Newton-Conover, Shamar Baker, who we've got to look at. And Tim, on the other side, East Lincoln, I say Chase Jones. He's the one who runs the show at quarterback.
That's a good pick, Kenny.
He has to have a good passing game to win this ball game.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. And he has played well, like you said, probably from I'd say probably the 4th game of the season all the way up to right now. He has made a dramatic change in the way he's played.
He has, and I'm expecting him to play well tonight. We'll see what happens, but that's what I expect.
And that's a testament to the coaching right there. They've done a great job, that young man, without a doubt. So looks like, Ken, the football teams are fixing to come on the field. You see the band of the Newton-Conover High School football Red Devils out there in the field. It's senior night tonight here at Gurley Stadium. Matt Beam and his football team is fixing to take the field tonight, and looks like he's got all the seniors out there for the captain's night, Ken. So we're going to go to a commercial, and we'll be back right here on the First Federal Savings Stadium pregame show. You're listening to Tim Johnson and Ken Link.
It's the grand reopening of Ronaldo Cadillac Buick GMC in Shelby. Hurry in now for celebration savings. During this grand event, get grand savings like $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2016 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab. Get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Encore. And get $7,500 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Enclave Convenience. Come in for all the details during the grand reopening Renato Cadillac Buick GMC at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. It's time to trade up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Payment starts at $97 per month, or you can get 2.99% APR financing plus up to $300 customer cash. And that's not all. Get 2.99% financing APR plus up to $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for all the details during the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Exit 22 at I-85, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Campers Inn in Kings Mountain presents their second annual holiday bike drive. Camping out for kids December 8th, 9th, and 10th. Campers Inn has partnered with the Kings Mountain Police Department to collect new bikes for the children in our community. They are hoping to collect from 150 to 200 new bikes, from toddlers to teens, and they do all the work. Just bring your unassembled bike and they'll put it together for you. You can help make Christmas brighter for a child this year. Plan now to participate in the second annual Camping Out for Kids Holiday Bike Drive, December 8th, 9th, and 10th at Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain. It's the grand opening of the new Renato Honda. The renovations are complete, and you're invited to drop by our new showroom. Check out the great deals this month, like 0.9% APR financing for the 2017 Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Offer ends October 31st. And check out the great specials in the service department. Don't get left out in the cold with a free winter battery test. And right now, get an oil change, tire rotation, and balancing, only $74.95. Don't miss the deals during the grand opening celebration at the new Renato Honda, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
I said where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken where I come from.
All right, we're back here over to host the Lake Norman Charter this week, and of course the big game, Ken. I mean the big game down at South Point High School. We're talking about the South Point Red Raiders hosting the Shelby Golden Lions.
Yeah, it's always a big rivalry and two very good teams. That Maiden Lincoln game is always a great rivalry, and we know last year Lincoln's undefeated season was stopped with the last conference game of the season against Maiden. Lincoln would like to turn the favor and do the same thing to Maiden this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there, no doubt about it. So, but yes, I'd like to say they are playing tonight at Lincoln High School, so that ought to be a great football game. All righty, so we're going to go get ready for the football game here in a little bit. So, the East Lincoln Mustangs are taking the field.
And we're waiting, as they take the field, we're waiting to Newton-Conover to come out, and they're waiting to run through their flag, and banner and take the field here on senior night for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. A lot of anticipation for this game. Newton-Conover a little disappointed after the loss to Maiden last week, a game they felt like they should have won. So they're fired up for this one. Here they come.
Yes, they are. So there's the Newton-Conover Red Devils coming on the field with their head coach Matt Beam and David Lewitz, the head coach for the East Lincoln Mustangs here tonight. Kenny, I can smell some popcorn. And we've got Pepsi-Cola up here. I know that. So
well,
we got a couple of them.
We got some good food up here behind
us. Yes, we do.
Have some spaghetti and some salad and a couple of cookies I got into. So we always have good food up here at Newton-Conover. Good folks in the press box.
Yes,
we
they are.
like coming up here.
Yes, we do. We enjoy coming up here. One of the best places to come to watch a high school football game and also to call a game, too, here in the press box. And the people up here are just first-class people here at Newton-Conover High School. All right, Ken, looks like the East Lincoln Mustangs are going to be kicking off, so they'll get the football in the second half. And so that powerful, outstanding offense of the Newton-Conover Red Devils, Matt Beam and his offensive guys will be taking the field first. So we're fixing to have a kickoff here.
Yeah, Ryan Shanklin for East Lincoln teeing it up, getting ready to kick off as they won the toss and deferred their till the second half. So they will be kicking, and the Red Devils will be on the first possession here in just a few seconds.
If any of you folks are home tonight, cannot make it to the game here at Newton-Conover, we have a huge crowd in the stand for the Red Devils and also for the East Lincoln Mustangs as well. So I want to welcome you to the Ronaldo High School Football Game of the Week. It's to LincolnCounty.com, and we have a kickoff.
And it's a squib kick, and it's picked up around the 20-yard line. Bringing up, circling back to the left, started to the right. That looks like a
number 2. That's McLean. That would be Kiwan McLean, number 2.
Nice run. He ran about 50 yards, but he only advanced it 20. So there you go. It'll take Newton-Conover take over 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
Shamar Becker's a quarterback. He's got trip wide receivers to the left, and it looks like his running back is number 22. Who, like Ken said in the pregame show, Alan Wilfone is a sophomore, good-looking running back. He's got some speed, quickness about him. And you got trips to the left, single to the right. And here's a handoff to number 22 straight up the middle. And that's a fumble. There's a fumble.
And we'll see.
He was hit hard. I mean, he was hit really hard.
They're up-piling here. Let's see what.
The ball came out. Looks like Newton came back on the football.
No,
East Lincoln.
East Lincoln recovers on their 41-yard line.
That's your first turnover tonight, and that's a huge turnover for the East Lincoln Mustangs, who will be coming out to take the field for their offensive side of the ball. So I know Coach David Lubowitz is awfully proud of his young men right there for coming out on the first play of scrimmage, a fumble. Newton-Conover.
Big break early.
Yes, it was. Big break early. So here comes Chase Jones and the East Lincoln Mustangs with double wide receivers to the left and right with Chandler Jones, the running back, in the backfield. And you have Chase Jones. Here's a handoff to Chandler Jones, and he breaks a couple tackles. He's got some running room.
Yeah, good game.
Man, that's some power running right there, Kenny.
Yes, he's up close to a first down. Tim, maybe a yard short.
He's going to be a yard short, looks like, from the yard marker over there. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 1. Good-looking play by the Mustangs. Chase Jones, the first Federal Lincoln County High School Football Player of the Week, is the quarterback of the Mustangs. Double wide receivers to the left and right. I see McConnell is in this lineup. And here is, oh, he's hit hard. He hits number 19 for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. And that gentleman, number 19, I don't see his number on here. Oh, number 19, that's Ernie Squirrels, Ken. That's the new guy you tell me about.
Yeah, it has a new number from last year. That was Jones on the carry. This time, nothing going. He lost a couple yards.
Yes, he did. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and probably about 3 yards, looks like. So East Lincoln's running the spread offense, folks. If you're listening out there, Chase Jones, your quarterback, Chandler Jones, the running back. You got double wide receivers left and right. Man in motion. Here's a handoff to the man in motion. He has a first down
and more.
And big yard. That's a
fumble. Oh, what? And Newton-Conover has recovered. Oh, my goodness.
And guess who recovered? Kawan McLean, the guy who fumbled the ball for Newton-Conover, recovers the fumble. Yep. So that's huge. That's 2 huge plays by the defense on East Lincoln and Newton-Conover. 2 huge plays right there.
That looked like Gabe Duncan, number 9, on that carry, Tim.
Is that who it looked like?
I think it was.
I believe you're right. So we're going to bring it first down for Newton-Conover. Shamar Baker, the outstanding quarterback for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. Trip wide receivers to the left. And it's like a passing play out to the flat, and he throws it. And that's a great defensive play, Ken.
Looked like enough for a first down out there. Catch the number of who the receiver was.
I tell you, I like what I see out of the defense tonight by the East Lincoln Mustangs. They're fired up, look like they're ready to come to play. All righty. Shamar Baker with trip wide receivers. And here's a pass out to the flat, and it's a little high. So that's going to bring up, looks like it's going to bring up second down. I believe it is second down. We just had Al Lane Kubota first down, so now it's going to bring up second down, looks like, Ken.
Yes, on the, looks like the ball spotted on about the 21, 22-yard line.
Second and 10. We just started the first quarter here with 10 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter here at Newton-Conover at Gurley Stadium. Trip wide receivers to the left with Newton, single to the left, right. Here's a pass out to flat to number 2, and he's tackled hard. That's a great play, but number 3 is
Judd Real.
Judd Real. He was the first Federal Player of the Week as well.
So a short gain on that play of about 3 yards, it looks like.
So it's going to bring up third down and 8. So it's going to be a long 8 yards here. You're listening to the Ronaldo High School Game of the Week, LincolnCounty.com.
So
Shamar Baker just tried to pull him off sides on a hard count there.
Didn't work. He's looking for sideline, getting another play. Waiting for the snap in the shotgun.
And here's the snap. Here comes the rush. And that's a big pass there by Shamar Baker to number 19, Ernie Squares.
Ernie Squares.
Yep. Good-looking quarterback there for Newton, Ken. Good-looking quarterback. He can do it all. Run it, throw it. Good young man.
Yeah, that's a good gain out to the 35-yard line. About 11-yard gain, and it's first down there.
All right, here's a snap and a handoff. Looks like maybe no quarterback keeper, that is.
And he gets to the outside.
And there's a penalty on the ground. There's a penalty flag just flew on the ground there in the backfield.
It looked like initial call is holding against the Red Devils.
You know, that's what I'm thinking. It looks like it's going to be a holding on the back. It's a backside holding, what that was, Ken, because the play was the opposite side. So normally it's a backside. So that's going to bring up first and long.
Yeah, that's going to back them up all the way inside the 15-yard line.
25-yard line looks like. Is that correct?
25-yard line. Right inside the 25.
So that's going to bring it up, what, first and 21, 22, something like that?
Yes.
So you got trip wide receivers to the left, single to the right for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. Also, you got Shamar Baker, the quarterback, and number 22 in the backfield, and that gentleman is Quan McLean. Here's a snap, and he's looking to throw the ball down the field. He's got some time to throw it, and he's got a receiver out in the flat, and he's trying to break a tackle there. So he gets back almost to the original line of scrimmage there, Ken.
Yeah, gain looked like maybe about 8 on the play.
That's a good looking pass by the quarterback of Shamar Baker out in the flat to the receiver there, to number 8, and that is Mullen. Jahan Mullen, I believe it is.
John, he had a big game last week against Mabee.
All right, here's a snap, and he's rolling out to his right, throws to the flat, and it's a missed tackle there. Missed tackle there by the East Lincoln Mustang. It picks up about 3 more yards after that.
That's McLean with a good catch and a couple extra yards after a missed tackle.
It's going to be third down here, probably about 6 yards, I'd say, Ken. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, somewhere. Maybe a long 6 yards.
And Shamar Baker's really put the ball in the air almost every play, Tim. They've only run, like, I think, 2 rushing plays.
Well, we knew he was going to do that. I mean, he's an outstanding passer as well as runner. So if he gets in the open field, Ken, ain't nobody going to catch him on East Lincoln. He's going to take it to the house. So you got double wide receivers left and right, single back. Here's a snap and a fake handoff in Shamar Baker, and he is tackled in the backfield
Not yet.
Well, he's getting to be. Well, he's still going.
I tell you what.
He's tough, ain't he?
He got hit by 5 or 6 before he went down. Unfortunately,
he did.
They got to him in the backfield. And he might have made a yard on the play. So it is going to bring up a 4th down play.
Well, I believe they may go for it here, Ken.
Well, they're on the 41. They're on
41-yard line. You're right.
Let's see. I mean,
it's 4th and 5 here. Now they're going to punt. They're going to bring their punt team in. I think this is a good move by Coach Matt Beam. Play conservative. You know, their defense has played well, had a turnover, so let's put the defense back on the field to make a stop, get a punt it downfield, get it deep. But East Lincoln's moved to football. So here we go. Here's a snap, and here's the punt. And it's a good-looking punt, too.
Fair catch signal.
Logan Philman. Oh.
He number 9. He acted like he maybe wanted to run, but he didn't.
That's Mr. Gabe Duncan there, folks.
Yep.
With the fair catch there. And it will be placed, look like it's on about the 18, 17, about the 18-yard line, Ken?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And that's where East Lincoln will start their second possession. They had excellent field position after a turnover early and had a big play. But after a 20-yard gain, they turned it over again. So we've had 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles lost already in this first quarter.
Chase Jones, the quarterback for the East Lincoln Mustang, got 2 backs in the backfield with him. Here's a snap and a handoff to, looks like it's number 21, the senior himself, Chandler Jones.
Good hard running there, Tim, but for maybe about 5, it looks like.
Yes, yes. So that's going to make it 2nd down and 5. I want to thank all our listeners out there listening to our pregame show, the First Federal Lincoln County High School pregame show. Have Mr. Ronnie Carpenter on the show with us today, and Ronnie, without a doubt, is a class act, as well as his knowledge of Lincoln County High School just goes a long ways.
Yeah. All right, we have 2nd here and 5. A give again up the middle.
That's your man right there, Ken McConnell.
He looks like he's ahead for about 3, maybe.
It's going to bring up 3rd and short, looks like, Kenny. It's good to see McConnell back on the football field.
Yeah, he missed the last week's game. He had a concussion, and he's recovered from that, and he looks good out there, ready to play now.
If you think about it, he's been the big dynamic player.
He's had some big plays this year.
Yes, he has. All right, here's a handoff to number 22, straight up the middle. It's going to be close. I think he's short.
Yeah, I'm not sure he made that.
I think he's short. I think he's going to be short of 1st down, so the punting unit for the East Lincoln Mustangs jogs on the football field.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and actually 4th and 2, maybe a half a yard gain on that.
So that was a good play by Newton-Conover to punt the football, and their defense come out and make a great stop on the East Lincoln Mustangs on that stance there. So play a little cat and mouse here tonight.
Okay, here's cat stamp. And number 17.
He's got to get rid of it.
He tries to throw it, and it's completed. Well, folks, with a bad snap, Terry Farrell really made a play of trying to avoid disaster, eventually escaped several rushers and threw a pass which was caught by number 5. But it's a loss, and it turns the ball over to Newton-Conover deep in East Lincoln territory. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted inside the 15-yard line. It's going to be, I think it looks like about the 12-yard line.
Yes, Terry Farrell, like Ken said, made a pass, and Taven Johnson caught the ball for the East Lincoln Mustangs, but the Newton-Conover Red Devils were all over him. So here's a snap and a handoff to number 5 for the Newton-Conover Red Devils, and they're stretching him out, and he's going to score, Ken. He's going to score. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's number
Miles Baker.
Miles Baker, the other Baker on this team.
It's the Baker Show.
In from 12 yards out for a touchdown, a several-point Holmes touchdown.
And that's going to make the score 6-0 here in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 18 seconds still left, Ken.
Well, Tim, we said that you had to limit mistakes. Well, so
They've
far,
made 2 so
East
far.
Lincoln's made 2,
Yep.
and Newton-Conover's made 1, and that's the difference in that score there.
All right, looks like they're going for 2 here, Ken. So here's a snap. What in the world was that?
Well, it blew it dead. I don't know. Let's see what the call is. Maybe they weren't ready yet. Yeah, they said it's offside.
Offsides on Newton-Conover, so that's another penalty. So that's going to be 5 more yards. So that's going to bring up another chance for the extra points, and looks like they're going to kick a field goal now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not a field goal. It's just
I'm sorry, extra point. Extra point.
It's a very long extra point.
Well, it's a field goal for high school. Here's a snap and a kick, and it's up and it's blocked.
So, okay. Number 9, Duncan with the block.
We'll be back here on the Ronaldo High School football game of the week. It's East Lincoln and Newton-Conover 6-0 over the East Lincoln Mustangs.
It's the Subway Sub of the Day. Each day of the week, you get a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian BMT sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The Sub of the Day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
Just say fill her up. Be ready for Old Man Winter with a fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln. No matter where you live, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln can deliver. Just call 704-735-2508. Be ready for Old Man Winter with your winter fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Again, call 704-735-2508. Just say fill her up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln.
'Cause I saddle up my horse.
All right, we're back here at Newton-Conover High School. We're at Gurley Stadium where the Red Devils are just scored a touchdown. It's 6-0. And they just kicked off the football, kicked it in the end zone, went through the end zone, so it'll be a touchback, and the East Lincoln Mustangs will be bringing their offense to the field. You're listening to KTC Broadcasting, Ronaldo High School Football Game of the Week. It's LincolnCounty.com. You got Ken Link, Mr. Baseball, in the house with us tonight, and myself, Tim Johnson. Here's a snap.
Give up the middle, nothing going against that tough Newton-Conover interior line. No gain, it looks like Chandler Jones again on the carry. No gain.
So he's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
And this is an important series for East Lincoln, who just gave up a touchdown after turning the ball over. They need to get the ball moving and start a drive down the field. We got a penalty on the play before the snap.
False start.
So that's going to back up
5 more yards for East Lincoln.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 15.
So it's 2nd down and 15 for the Mustangs here tonight. Want to welcome all our listeners in if you're at home, and thank you for tuning in. Here's a handoff to, is that Chandler Jones again?
Whoever it was.
Got hit hard.
Hit before he got to the
line. He might have lost a yard there, Ken. Yeah, he might have lost a yard.
Yeah, there's nothing in there that time. They've not been able to run the ball at all. So
they're going to make they're going to make Chase Jones beat them on the pass is what it looks like. They got the linebackers flying up to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, Ken. They're hitting the A gap and B gap with their linebackers.
Well, now we have 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 from your
Here comes
own
the
15.
linebackers. They're passing the football. Chase Jones got running room. He's got running room, and he picks up about probably, looks like about 10 yards.
Yeah, it looked like he may have got maybe about 8, but not enough for a 1st down.
So he's going to bring up 4th down and 5, maybe 6. 4th and 6, it looks like it's going to be for the Mustangs, and they're going to be punting the football. So now here's a really big defensive stance. If you think about it, here's a big defensive stance here for the Mustangs. They don't want to go down 2 scores to the
well, another bad snap.
Another bad snap. They got to get that corrected. That's a bad punt, too. It's going to be short. It's going to be, well, it's going to give the East Lincoln Mustang roll. It's going to be down at the probably about the 46-yard line.
Well, that could have been a lot worse, Tim.
Yes, it could.
It was a bounce, 1 hop to the punter who had to rush it. And he didn't get a good kick, but he got a good bounce. And so Newton-Conover is going to take over. It's still going to be inside the 50. Looks like on the 46-yard line of East Lincoln. We just got a
score update.
Lincoln leads Maiden 7-0.
I predicted Lincoln to beat Maiden. Yeah, if you want to listen to the game, to the Lincoln and Maiden game, you can tune in to WLON, to Jason Sane, and to Philip Russ, our good friends from KTC Broadcasting. They got that game live. Here's a reverse. Here's a pass, and he's got a receiver wide open. That's going to be a touchdown.
Baker.
Flea flicker there, Ken.
Yeah, the double reverse flea flicker back to Jamar Baker, who threw to Miles Baker in the end zone, wide open for a 46-yard touchdown pass.
Yep, that was a pretty play right there by head coach Matt Beam there of the Newton-Conover Red Devils. That was pretty, boy. He threw it probably about 40 yards in the air, looked like, Ken.
Yep.
So that's going to make it.
That's another Silver Point Holmes touchdown, the second touchdown of the game for Miles Baker. Waiting for the PAT. Well, they lined up. It's going to be a 2-point conversion try. It's a give to Miles Baker, who's being chased and finally brought down. The extra point try is no good, so it is 12-0 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
All righty. Welcome back here to the Gurley Stadium, Newton-Conover High School, and we're kicking off. It's 12-0, the Red Devils over the East Lincoln Mustangs, and the kicker just kicked it deep in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. And 3 minutes and 13 seconds still left in the first quarter, where the Newton-Conover Red Devils defense is playing outstanding, as well as their offense. They're clicking on big plays here, Kenny.
Well, we said before the game, the guy that you had to slow down is Shamar Baker, and they haven't done that yet. And East Lincoln defense started out good. They got a break, but they couldn't take advantage of it. And now they've made a couple mistakes themselves and find themselves down 2 scores.
Got a man in motion. That's McConnell. Here's another flag.
Illegal procedure again.
Yep. So that's going to back him up even more.
Again, we said before the game, you got to limit mistakes. And so far, East Lincoln has not done that thus far in the first quarter.
They're a little bit out of sync on offense, it looks like. False start. Looks like that might have been on McConnell. McConnell might have started just a little bit too soon. So East Lincoln with trips to the right, single to the left. Chase Jones, the quarterback. Here is a good pass. That's right across.
A little bit behind Baker.
The ball was tipped. Number 28.
Not behind 5, which was Devon Johnson.
Yes, number 28. Looked like made a tip, made a great outstanding play for the Newton-Conover Red Devils to deflect that pass. Or he might have caught it and may have some yards there. So it's going to bring up 2nd down 15 for the Mustangs. And snap, and Jones is under pressure. He's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
Brought down right around the 10-yard line, Tim. So that's going to be a
number 8.
Loss of 5. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 20.
That's Mullen for you there. Jaheim Mullen with his sack in the backfield for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. Chase Jones could not get away from him that time.
So 3rd and 19, that's not a lot of plays you can call deep in your own territory on 3rd and 19 to be successful. We'll see what they come up with here.
They're going to send them. They're going to blitz. I'm telling you right, they're going to bring the house. Here they come, too. Here they come. And Jones he's sacked again. And this time he's sacked on the 2-yard line.
Yeah,
that's number 62, I think it is, or 50. Let's see. 62. That's Barrett Harkins for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. Barrett Harkins made a great play, sacked the quarterback on the 2-yard line, look like.
Yeah, he's hit inside the 5. They're going to mark it on the 4. On the 4-yard line, it looks like. So
great play by the Newton-Conover Red Devils defense. They come to play tonight, Ken. You can tell by the playing.
Oh my goodness, terrible kick.
That ball is going out. That's going to be on the 16, 17-yard line, Ken. 16. Well, 15-yard line. He marked it up to the 15-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 with great field position inside the 20-yard line on the 15-yard line for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. And it's 12-0, and they're looking to put more points on the board. We're still in the first quarter, Ken, with 1:43 seconds left.
Well, we've seen 3 attempted punts by East Lincoln, and there's been mistakes made on all 3 plays. And you can't win doing that.
Here's a snap by Baker, and he hands off to number 5, and he is brought down in the middle of that pile, and that's Miles Baker. You know, we've been saying this for a long time. It's been the Baker show here.
It certainly has so far today.
Some outstanding football players there for the Newton-Conover Red Devils.
Gain of 4. We bring up a 2nd and 6. Looks like the ball's resting right around the 10-yard line.
Both of them young men are juniors, so they'll be back next year. Here's a throw. It's a screen pass. Oh, what a play. What a unbelievable play by number 2. You see that one-hand catch he made?
Yeah, that was a middle screen, and he had a whole convoy of Red Devils to score that Silver Point's Holmes touchdown.
Ken,
that looked easy.
That looked easy. You're right. Ken, look, I saw the whole entire defensive line of the East Lincoln Mustangs was in the backfield, and that young man jumped up with one hand like a rebound and brought that thing down and just walked in the end zone.
Yeah. Here's another 2-point try, and again, it fails for Newton-Conover. So it is 18-0 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
We'll be back right here. You're listening to Tim Johnson and Ken Link on KTC Broadcasting's Renato High School Football Game of the Week on LincolnCounty.com.
It's the grand opening of the new Renato Honda. The renovations are complete, and you're invited to drop by our new showroom. Check out the great deals this month, like 0.9% APR financing for the 2017 Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Offer ends October 31st. And check out the great specials in the service department. Don't get left out in the cold with a free winter battery test. And right now, get an oil change, tire rotation, and balancing, only $74.95. Don't miss the deals during the grand opening celebration at the new Renato Honda, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. It's time to trade up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Payment starts at $97 per month, or you can get 2.99% APR financing plus up to $300 customer cash. And that's not all. Get 2.99% financing APR plus up to $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for all the details during the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Exit 22 at I-85, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
He's still the best. Yeah. Here we are back at Newton-Conover High School. They just kicked off. It is 18-0 with 1 minute and 5 seconds left here at the Gurley Stadium. It's the Newton-Conover Red Devils. Matt Beam has got his team flying high here tonight. They're laying it to the Mustangs, Ken. You still got 1 minute left in the first quarter.
Yeah, East Lincoln going to have to quit making mistakes and get a drive going here.
All righty, here's a handoff to number 5, and that's Taven Johnson of the East Lincoln Mustang. Picks up about 4 yards before he's brought down. Number 64 of the Newton-Conover, the big man, Terrence Richards, who is a senior, 5'11", and looks like he's been doing some eating, Ken. What do you think?
He's a big boy, that's for sure.
280? I say 280 plus. He's a big youngin', ain't he? All right, here's a pass by Chase Jones. He's looking down the field. He's under pressure. He rolls out to the flat, and he's looking, and he's hit hard. He is hit hard.
The pass goes incomplete as he was hit hard by a couple of Red Devils, and
he gets up really slow, too,
yeah,
Chase Jones does.
Fortunately, the ball fluttered, but fortunately, it wasn't anybody close enough to intercept it.
25, Kylan Bradshaw laid the hit. He is a sophomore, and he laid a hammer on Chase Jones. I mean, he hammered him.
So, again, it's 3rd and 6 for East Lincoln as they're trying to get a first down here. The first quarter winds down.
Here's a fake handoff. Here's a handoff to McConnell, and McConnell's got running room. He's got a first down. I tell you, that's a tough little rascal right there.
Yeah, he does. That's a gain of about 7 on the play and a Al Lane Kubota first down.
Yes, sir. He's a tough little rascal. Lucas McConnell was out last week with a concussion, and I know Coach Lubowitz is glad to have that freshman back on the field. He's had a great year as a freshman, had a really good year.
Yes, now they're back, clock rolling with about 10 seconds left in the first quarter. They take the snap. Rushed again, gets away from a rush, still trying to get away is Chase Jones. He gets back to maybe about a 1-yard loss where he's sacked, but he had to fight to get back that much.
Ken, they're blitzing their corners really hard, Newton-Conover is. They're bringing everybody in on the corners, and they're just saying, go get the quarterback. Who can get there first?
Yeah, so that's the end of the first quarter with the score on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. 18 for Newton-Conover, nothing for East Lincoln.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincoln, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. The Can-Am Tabarite at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincoln. They're big, they're bold, and they're now in stock at Al Lane Motorsports. See the new 2018 Can-Am Maverick X3 or the new 2018 Can-Am Outlander 1000 XMR. Ask about special financing on selected 2017 models. Al Lane Motorsports, your new Can-Am dealer, serving Lincoln, Gaston, Cleveland, and surrounding counties. Online at allanemotorsports.com.
Okay, welcome back to Newton-Conover High School, where East Lincoln Mustang is just ran the ball straight up the middle. That was number 21. That was the senior Chandler Jones on the pickup. He picks up about 4 yards. It's going to make it probably, looks like it's going to make it.
Only 1 yard. 1 yard.
1 yard pickup.
2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9. Well, now it's 3rd down and 9, Ken. They put it 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, it is 3rd because we had a no game play by Chase Jones a few minutes ago.
Here's a pass play across the middle to Lucas. Lucas drops to football.
Hit him between the numbers, but he couldn't hold on, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and 9, a punting situation for the East Lincoln Mustangs.
Ken, they look pretty sloppy. They came out playing really well on defense, but now their offense is not playing too good. Kind of sloppy out there. I don't know if it's just mental mistakes or what, but you got to credit the defense to Newton-Conover. They're flying around the football.
And now here's the punt, which has been an adventure. There's a good snap and a good punt. Taken around the 30-yard line by Shamar Baker. He's ahead to the outside where he gets it back across the 40, it looks like. I think they'll start on their own 41-yard line. Well, they're going to mark it right at the 40. That's where they'll start the possession.
Yeah, that's a good-looking punt there by the East Lincoln Mustangs there by the punter. So, and Terry Farrell is the punter for the Mustangs. So the defense comes back out on the football field. And the score here tonight at Gurley Stadium is 18. The Newton-Conover Red Devils, nothing over the East Lincoln Mustangs. Got 11 minutes and 7 seconds left in the second quarter here tonight at Newton-Conover. And we got double wide receivers to the left and right. Shamar Baker got a man in the slot there, number 1. Here is a fake and a Shamar Baker up the middle, and he picks up about probably 9 yards, it looks like, Ken.
Yeah, he gets ahead for a nice gain on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 1, it looks like.
And we got a score for the Bessemer City and Cherryville Ironman game. Bessemer City up 8-0 over the Ironman so far. And here's a pass out to the flat. And number 2, he's got some running room. He's got a first down. Al Lane's Kubota first down here tonight. Also in the Lincoln Wolves, last we heard, Lincoln was up on the Maiden Blue Devils 7-0. So I know the Newton-Conover fans are hoping Lincoln to upset Maiden. Mr. Shamar Baker, shotgun position, double wide receivers left and right. Here's a snap, and here is a quarterback sneak, keeper straight up the middle, and he is hit hard by the big cat, Chaz Williams, number 92.
Short gain on that play, a gain of about 2, it looks like.
Also, number 51, Blake Hamilton was in on the tackle as well, so good-looking stop there by the Mustangs.
So bring up a second down and 8. Looks like the ball was spotted on the 39-yard line of East Lincoln.
And to give you a picture of the Red Devils offense, they run a spread offense, and they no huddle. They just stand out there, and Matt Beam calls a play in. So here's a handoff to number 8, and he is tackled. He is lost for a great tackle by Taven Johnson, number 5, and their man, Ryan Kenny Link Matz. That's his boy out there, West Point Academy, going to play football there for Army. So made a great play there from all the way over on the left-hand side. He runs across the field, makes a big tackle there, Ken.
Yeah, for a loss on the play. He read that one. And,
yes, he did. Taven Johnson had a good play, too.
And set the edge where he could not turn the corner.
All righty, so Matt Beam is calling the offensive play in. And we have about 15 seconds left on the play clock. And Newton-Conover, the quarterback, Shamar Baker, shotgun. Here is a handoff, and it's going to Miles Baker, number 5. He's hit hard in the backfield, too. And there's your man again.
That looks like another loss.
That's some Ryan Kenny Link special match there for you folks. Number 88 for the Mustangs, Mr. Ryan Matz, with another big stop here on the KTC broadcasting Renato High School football game of the week. So is that going to bring up a punting situation, Ken?
I would think so. It's 4th and 11, and even though they're on the 41, 42-yard line, it could be a fake.
I'd watch it, even though it's 11 yards. I mean, they got some outstanding talent on the field. They got some speed. So here's the snap, and here's the punt.
Good punt.
It's going to be inside the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to be down at the 20 exactly.
At the 10.
It was at the 10. I'm sorry, 10-yard line. Yes, you're right. I was looking at the 20, and I saw the ball roll. So it's at the 10-yard line, and the East Lincoln Mustangs will be taking over.
So they'll be backed up again on their 10, and that's where they'll start the possession, needing to get a drive going to try to get on the board here, Tim, before the half for sure. There's 8 minutes left in the second quarter, and so far it's been all Newton-Conover, and East Lincoln needs to turn some things around so that they don't have such a deficit to have to come back from. All right, here we have Chase Jones in the shotgun. Waiting to snap. Here it is. Fake, a pass, and it's...
Oh, man. Was that intercepted, Ken?
I believe it was tipped.
That's an interception. They're going to give it to him. Yes, sir.
It's intercepted.
What a play by Newton-Conover. A tip pass.
And that's Wilfong, Alan Wilfong on a tip pass for the interception. It was off a... East Lincoln receiver, and it was diving interception by Wilfong.
That's tough there for the Mustangs. That's tough. They made a great defensive stance, and then they come out and turn the ball over. No, now they've ruled it incomplete, Ken.
Well, I don't know what happened. The officials originally said it was
by interception.
An interception, so they changed that call. So it goes back to a 2nd down and 10 play. Well, that's a break for East Lincoln. Here's a Chase Jones being chased and throws down the sidelines. Looked like it's incomplete. The ball went out of bounds.
So that's going to bring you up, what, 3rd down and 10?
Yes.
3rd down and 10, and they're deep in their territory. They're on the 10-yard line. So Newton, if they can hold them here, this is going to be a big defensive stance for the Red Devils. They'll get the ball back with really good field position. And already leading the game 18-0 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter before halftime. So trip wide receivers to the left, Chase Jones, your quarterback. Chandler Jones is your running back. And here's a snap. And here comes the blitz. And there's a screen. Now, if he can make it around that corner, and he's not going to make it around that corner.
He had a little bit of running room, but he didn't have any blockers out front, Tim.
Yeah. You know.
And so that's a gain of about 4 yards. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 6, and they will have to punt it away.
Yes. And Newton-Conover is going to get great field position here. So Terry Farrell, the punter for the East Lincoln Mustang, is in the game.
Standing inside his 10, about the 8-yard line, waiting to snap.
Here's a snap.
Here whistles. Let's see what the call is.
That's probably on.
Still hadn't saw a signal
Oh, East
yet.
Lincoln. It's on East Lincoln.
Yeah, another procedure.
False start.
And they've had several of those in the
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
Again, some mistakes that they couldn't really afford to have in this game against this strong Newton-Conover team. So now, standing inside the 5-yard line where we received the snap, and here's the kick.
That's a good-looking punt right there by Farrell.
Taken by Shamar.
Oh, fumble!
Drops it, then he picks it up. Now he's returning to the 40, spins, trying to get outside.
41-yard line, but
a short return after he.
It's like about a 41, about 42-yard line they'll be taking over the.
In the East Lincoln territory.
Yes. So far we've had 3 penalties for the East Lincoln for 15 yards, and we've had 2 penalties for.
Lincoln 14-0 over Maiden.
Lincoln 14-0 over the Maiden Blue Devils. If you're if you catch that, 14-0. And we predicted what we predict on our show, Ken.
I believe we predicted Lincoln.
Yep.
Okay, here we go as Baker takes the snap, throws out to number 8, which is Mullen. He's caught it. He's faking a few guys and gets up for a nice gain of looks like about 8 yards.
Yes. So the big cat. Chaz Williams is what we nickname him here for the East Lincoln Mustangs. Makes a good stop out there. Number 51, too. Blake Hamilton out there on the stop, too. It's really good, Ken, when you come to the game. We've had East Lincoln numerous times, and you know the players' numbers and know them.
Yeah, it's a little easier.
Yeah, it's a little easier.
Here's another pass, again, out to
that's Miles Baker. Baker to Baker.
That's Mullen.
Okay, Mullen, I'm sorry. Okay, it looked like it was 5, okay. I see 5 in the backfield now, okay. So that was Jaheim Mullen on the reception there by Baker. He looks like Baker.
Yeah, that's Al Lane Kubota first down, Tim.
That's another one. We got 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter, 18-0. Offsides on Newton-Conover right there. That's got to be on Newton.
Caught it
wow.
On East Lincoln.
Number 62 was across the line of scrimmage for the ball ever snapped. So that's going to be on East Lincoln. Is that a personal foul? Wow.
Yeah,
so that's 15 yards.
It's not a 5-yard penalty, that's for sure.
So that's 15. So that's 4 penalties in 2 quarters for the East Lincoln Mustangs for 30 yards. They've turned the ball over a few times, and they're making mental mistakes on defense and offense, and you can't do that when you play a really good team like Newton-Conover.
Newton-Conover.
That might have been all sides there on East Lincoln.
On the 23-yard line, they give up the middle. Miles Baker for about 3 yards, it looks like.
So that's going to bring up a second down, and looks like about 6 yards. Second 6 for the Red Devils.
And the ball is on the 14-yard line of East Lincoln. We have a timeout on the field.
Got a timeout. We're going to do a quick commercial. We'll be right back here at Newton-Conover High School. You're listening to Tim McKinn on the Ronaldo High School Football Game of the Week.
Ram Power Days. They're underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Lincoln. Get $1,000 Power Days bonus cash on select 2017 models. Now get up to $11,971 in total value on the new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab models. Or get 0% APR for 72 months on the new Ram 2017 1500 models. Come in now for all the details and save big during Ram Power Days. Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Bossier City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Okay, we come back here and enjoying the game. Miles Baker just threw another touchdown pass, 14 yards, right over the middle to Jaheim Mullen for the 3rd touchdown of the 4th touchdown of the first half for Newton-Conover, and it's on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, 24-0 on that Silver Point Holmes TD. As they line up this time, I think, to actually kick the PAT rather than to go to 2-point conversion. And they're waiting to snap.
Ken, we're going to stay after this kick right here with us at on the Ronaldo High School football game of the week, and there's the kick, and it's good.
And it's 25-0 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
25-0 here at Newton-Conover, and the Red Devils are putting on the East Lincoln Mustangs here tonight. Just too many mistakes, Ken, on the Mustangs' part. And I'm sure Coach Lubowitz is kind of disappointed right now. I'm sure they'll go in at halftime and make some adjustments. But, Ken, we got some scores, do we not?
We do, and some updates. We just gave you one a minute ago. Let's repeat it. Lincoln is leading Maiden 14-0. South Point is leading Shelby 21-3. And West Lincoln leading Lake Norman Charter 13-10. As we await the kickoff again here by Newton-Conover, as East Lincoln has really struggled in the first half, hadn't been able to get their offense going, and East has not been able to stop this Newton-Conover offense passing attack by Miles Baker. I think he has only missed 1 pass tonight. He has been passing to several receivers, Miles Baker, Shaheem Mullen, as well as McLean, and he's got a lot of athletes to throw it to, and he's spreading it around. Here's a kickoff, and it looks like it's in the end zone. So it'll be a touchback and come out to the 20, where East Lincoln will start there. We said coming into this game, East Lincoln had to limit their mistakes. They have not, and Newton-Conover is the type of team that will take advantage of those mistakes. I've got Baker has attempted 12 passes and has been successful on completing 11 of those 12 for 3 touchdowns so far in the game. So he has been the star of the game so far, as we thought he probably would be. Here's Chase Jones on the give to Chandler Jones. Nothing doing as he is hit in the backfield for a loss of, looks like, 2 yards. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 12 for the Mustangs.
You got 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter. With the Red Devils 25-0, they're all over the Mustangs tonight.
So 2nd and 12 here on that loss of 2 on the first down running play. Here's the shotgun chased back, trying to find room.
He's
to
under
throw
pressure. He's hit hard,
and he's dropped. Looks like
number 28
again for a loss of a couple yards.
Tell you, 28 has been all around the quarterback tonight for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. He has had some outstanding plays for the Newton-Conover Red Devils, and he's put a lot of pressure on the quarterback of Chase Jones here tonight of the East Lincoln Mustangs.
That's a loss of 4 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 16 for Newton-Conover deep in their own territory.
Ken, they can't get anything started on offense.
Here's a passing play, throwing down the sidelines, out of bounds. Couldn't make the connection there. Looked like maybe, was that a flag that came in late, Tim?
You know, I don't know. Yes, I think, yeah, right there in the middle of it, sure is. Yep, right there on 28 side. So that is a flag. So let's see what that is. What are they saying here? Is that roughing the passer? Roughing the passer. Yep. So that's roughing the passer. That'll be 15 yards. That'll be an automatic first down for the East Lincoln Mustangs here tonight at Gurley Stadium. It's good to see all these good people up here tonight. I tell you, these people up here in Newton, they're first-class people, Kenny.
Well, that's a break for East Lincoln, as they were going to have to punt it away again. So now they've got a first down.
With 4 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Yeah. What, fourth?
Wait a minute. It's 4th and 1. So
Oh,
it's 4th
okay.
and 1.
Okay,
It's
it was
4th
not,
and 1.
It was not enough to give him a first down because it was a 3rd and 16 play. So you're exactly right, Tim. It's 4th and 1.
4th and 1. So we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back right here on KTC Broadcasting.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
Yep. All righty, we're back here at East Lincoln High School where the Mustangs went for it on 4th and 1, and they got the first down, so the chains will move.
That's Chandler Jones on the carry of about 2 yards. He only needed 3, so that's enough for Alain Kubota first down.
We've had 4 penalties for East Lincoln and for 30 yards, and we've had 3 penalties for the actually, we have 4 penalties now. It'd be 4 penalties for the.
Here's Chase Jones going back, throwing the ball to number 5.
Haven Johnson.
Johnson
He's got running room.
Who gets down the sidelines, and he's going to go man to beat.
He's going to go all the way, Ken.
And he kept his balance, and he's in for the touchdown.
That's a touchdown for the East Lincoln Mustangs. He's out of bounds. They're saying he went out of bounds, Ken.
Yeah, we had one official signal touchdown, but another one on the sideline said he stepped out on that last attempted tackle that he shook off. But a big gain down to the 28-yard line of Newton-Conover.
So I didn't see him go out of bounds. I mean, you can't really tell from where we're at.
It's on that far sideline. It's very difficult for us to see that, but that was about a 42-yard play. Here's Jones getting away from the rush. Ooh, he's hit hard.
Yes, he is. Number 40.
Down. Yeah.
Number 40 put the hit on him, Kenny. I tell you right now, boy, he nailed him. And that's Jordan Thompson, the sophomore for the Newton-Conover Red Devils.
Thompson's related to J-Mo and Donnie Thompson.
He sacked. He sacked him in the backfield, and boy, I tell you, he laid a pop on the quarterback of Chase Jones.
Yeah, that's a loss of 8 on the play. Had too many losses tonight for East Lincoln in the backfield to put them behind the chains.
So it brings up a second down and 18 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Chase Jones, the quarterback. He drops back to pass the ball, throws across the middle, and a catch. I tell you, Ken, I like that kid, number 82. That's that Finks kid.
Yeah.
That kid needs to be playing every down. Look at him. He's an athlete.
That's McCavey Finks, who was on the JVs 3 or 4 games ago, and they brought him up because of some injuries, and he's looked good every time he's caught passes.
He got hit when the ball was there and held on to the, he hit hard and held on to the football, made a sensational play there for the East Lincoln Mustangs. And, Ken, I tell you, I like that young man right there.
Yeah, he looked good. That's a gain of about 15 yards on the play and a first down.
I tell you,
no, not a first down. 16-yard gain is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2. Big play by the Mustangs here. Here's a fake handoff and a pass across the middle. That's going to be a touchdown.
Johnson.
That's Taven Johnson. That's a hotline. That is what you call a 36 hotline pass. He fakes the handoff to the halfback. He takes a step back and hits the wide receiver across the middle, wide open touchdown, East Lincoln Mustangs. Great play by David Lubowitz and Chase Jones and East Lincoln Mustangs to put them on the board.
And
that's what they needed, Ken.
That's a Silver Points home TD,
yes,
the first one for East Lincoln as they line up to try the PAT. Ryan Shanklin, their PAT kicker.
Here's the snap. Kick and I couldn't tell. It's good. We'll be back. East Lincoln Mustangs 7, the Newton-Conover Red Devils 25.
Ram Power Days. They're underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Lincoln. Get $1,000 Power Days bonus cash on select 2017 models. Now get up to $11,971 in total value on the new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab models. Or get 0% APR for 72 months on the new Ram 2017 1500 models. Come in now for all the details and save big during Ram Power Days. Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
All righty, we're back here at Newton-Conover High School where the kickoff, the number 22 gets stopped on the 45-yard line. East Lincoln Mustangs, Chase Jones just threw a pass to Taven Johnson. He took it in the end zone for a great play. It was a hot line pass across the middle, and he was untouched in the end zone for a great play by the East Lincoln Mustangs, and puts him on the board, scores 25-7. And it is the second quarter with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left.
Alan Wilfong on the kickoff return up to the 45-yard line of Newton-Conover, and that's where they'll start this possession. Shamar Baker again in the shotgun, waiting for the snap.
Now here's where East Lincoln's Mustangs defense needs to step up big, Ken. Don't let them score anymore.
Baker shows
pass. He's got a wide open man.
Falling.
Look at this right here.
He's down the sideline. He's got one man to beat. He gets knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it on the 7-yard line.
That is Mr. Gabe Duncan who made the stop down there on the 7-yard line. Is that correct?
Yes.
7.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard pass play. To that man, Jaheim Mullen, who's been favorite receiver for Baker tonight and last week as well.
So that's an Al Lane Kubota first down for the Newton-Conover Red Devils, and they're getting the play called in with 22 seconds left on the play clock. You got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Shamar Baker, your quarterback, shotgun. He's looking to pass the football. He got a man out and up in the flat.
Got a running room. He can't turn the corner.
That's a great defensive stance out by number 4 for the East Lincoln Mustang. That's Blake Shope. Blake Shope, the junior, made a great play.
Looked like he stopped him around the 5, maybe a short gain on the play, but he kept him from turning the corner and getting in the end zone.
Yes. So that's going to bring up a second down and 5 for the Red Devils. Bless you.
And they're trying to get another touchdown on the board, Tim.
That's what it looks like.
A little less than 2 minutes left in the half. Lining up on this 2nd and goal from the 5.
All righty. Shamar Baker in the shotgun. This could be a quarterback sneak. And he slips and falls.
He gives to
Miles Baker.
Yeah. He tries to make a cut. Right as he approaches the line of scrimmage, his feet slid out from under him, and we'll have a short loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 6.
All righty. I want to have everybody please stay tuned for the Parker Farm Service halftime show with Ken Link, Mr. Baseball himself, and Tim Johnson. We'll be bringing your stats and plus other scores from around the area as well.
All right, this big 3rd and goal play from the 6.
Look for the quarterback sneak here.
Baker is throwing a hot pass into the end zone.
Wow, what a throw by Shamar Baker. Did you see how he threaded the needle?
Yeah, is that number 2? Is that McLean? Or number 7?
I think it's number 2. I think you're right. What are they saying here? Who has the football? They're saying somebody has the football. I thought he scored a touchdown.
Well, he did have it. Did somebody take it away from him as he went in the end zone?
I think that's what East Lincoln is saying. The officials are walking out in the field. Touchdown. All right. So it took him that long to figure that out. So he went across. Ken, he caught that football across the goal line. So, I mean, I saw that from here, and he was hit. So I don't know what they were saying about the football taken away. So
that was McLean on the catch for the touchdown.
So that's a big play right before half for the Newton-Conover Red Devils to score again.
That's the 4th touchdown pass thrown this half by Shamar Baker.
Yeah, he's definitely a man among boys out there, Ken, throwing the football.
We have a timeout before the extra point try here.
We're going to stay right here before we go. We're going to wait. I tell you, Ken, Newton-Conover, they look dynamic on offense tonight, and their defense is flying around the football. They've made some great plays on both sides of the football.
Well, East Lincoln has not been able to slow down that passing attack, and they have some great wide receivers, and they got a guy that can throw it. So,
yes, they do. You're right about that.
They just haven't been able to match up and stop this Newton-Conover offense. That's it in a nutshell.
Right.
Miles Baker having a tremendous half, as we felt he could have. I think he's only thrown one incomplete pass the whole half. And he's put it up. I've got to put it up 15 times, Tim.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball well. He's accurate. Like I say, he's got strong. His arm strength is really good too. So, he's going to carry. The Newton-Conover Red Devils are going to go as far as he can take them in the playoffs. That's without a doubt.
Oh yes. Here's the PAT try, waiting to snap. Here it is. It's
and
down.
The kick is up and good. So we'll be back after these messages here at the Gurley Stadium with the Newton-Conover Red Devils 32. East Lincoln Mustangs 7.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. It's the grand reopening of Ronaldo Cadillac Buick GMC in Shelby. Hurry in now for celebration savings. During this grand event, get grand savings like $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2016 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab. Get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Encore. And get $7,500 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Enclave Convenience. Come in for all the details during the grand reopening. Ronaldo Cadillac Buick GMC at Ronaldo Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
All right, we're back, and we just had to kick off. It was kicked deep in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback here at Newton-Conover High School Football Stadium. You're listening to Tim Johnson and Ken Link. And, of course, we got some good friends with us here tonight as well. We got Mr. Mike Powell from the Gastonia Gazette with us, and also we have Mr. Michael Christopher of Newton Paper, and also my main man, Mr. Max Seen from the Hickory Daily Record. And it's always good to be with these good people, first-class people, and, of course, the staff up here tonight at Newton-Conover. I tell you, man, you couldn't ask for a better group of people to come up here and call a ball game, Kenny.
Yes, and we've seen a dominant performance. Here's Chase Jones trying to get away from the rush, flushed outside.
He's got to get rid of the football.
He'll take a sack. He never threw it away.
Yeah, he's got to get rid of the football so he doesn't take that sack. Yep, he's got to get rid of the football. And let's see here, Ken. It's going to be second down. Looks like 13. And time is ticking off. You got about 15 seconds left before the halftime. And we want everybody to please stay tuned to the Parker Farm Service halftime show. All right, throw it.
He throws it over the middle.
That's Finks for you.
Finks with the head, breaks a couple
tackles. Look at this kid. I'm telling you right now.
And a great open field tackle by number 12, which is Cameron Forney. The end of half.
All righty, we have a 32, Newton-Conover Red Devils 32, East Lincoln Mustangs 7 right here. We'll be back with the Parker Farm Service halftime show after these commercials.
It's the grand reopening of Ronaldo Cadillac Buick GMC in Shelby. Hurry in now for celebration savings. During this grand event, get grand savings like $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2016 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab. Get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Encore and get $7,500 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Enclave Convenience. Come in for all the details during the grand reopening Renato Cadillac Buick GMC at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. It's time to trade up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Payment starts at $97 per month, or you can get 2.99% APR financing plus up to $300 customer cash. And that's not all. Get 2.99% financing APR plus up to $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for all the details during the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Exit 22 at I-85, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Campers Inn in Kings Mountain presents their second annual holiday bike drive. Camping out for kids December 8th, 9th, and 10th. Campers Inn has partnered with the Kings Mountain Police Department to collect new bikes for the children in our community. They are hoping to collect from 150 to 200 new bikes, from toddlers to teens, and they do all the work. Just bring your unassembled bike and they'll put it together for you. You can help make Christmas brighter for a child this year. Plan now to participate in the second annual Camping Out for Kids Holiday Bike Drive, December 8th, 9th, and 10th at Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain. It's the grand opening of the new Renato Honda. The renovations are complete, and you're invited to drop by our new showroom. Check out the great deals this month, like 0.9% APR financing for the 2017 Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Offer ends October 31st. And check out the great specials in the service department. Don't get left out in the cold with a free winter battery test. And right now, get an oil change, tire rotation, and balancing, only $74.95. Don't miss the deals during the grand opening celebration at the new Renato Honda, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
I said where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken where I come from.
All right, we're back here for the Parker Farm Service halftime show here at Newton-Conover High School. It's Tim Johnson and Ken Link, Mr. Baseball. We're live here tonight where the Newton-Conover High School Red Devils are hosting the East Lincoln Mustangs here tonight. And I tell you, Kenny, it has been all, ever since the team came out of the, the field house, it's been all Newton-Conover.
Yes, initially Newton-Conover received the opening kickoff and fumbled it away. A quick turnover to East Lincoln on one of the first plays of the possession, and East Lincoln had good field position, had a big play of looked like a running play on a trap through the middle. Gave Duncan for about 20 yards. Unfortunately, is hit hard and fumbled it back to Newton-Conover. And after that, Newton-Conover took over and basically the offense could not be stopped the rest of the half. And East Lincoln couldn't get their offense going. And even when they punted, Tim, they had a couple of miscues on some special teams where they was trying to punt and gave Newton-Conover outstanding field position. And you can't do that against a team as good as Newton-Conover.
No, you're right. You're exactly right. You can't make mistakes against a Matt Beam, well-coached offensive football team here tonight. They're just doing an outstanding job, and I tell you, East Lincoln's going to have their hands full come second half because we know that Matt Beam can make really good adjustments at halftime too. So he's going to go in there and tweak a little bit of that offense and tweak that defense. He's going to make it even tougher for the East Lincoln Mustangs. So, like I say, it's 32-7 here tonight, and you know, East Lincoln's got their hands full. That's all I can say.
Well, you know, talking about this on this Parker Farm Service halftime show, look a little bit at the stat sheet brought to you by LincolnCounty.com. Miles Baker and Shamar Baker have been the Baker show. Shamar, obviously the quarterback for Newton-Conover, their best player. They haven't run the ball that much, Tim. They found out they could be successful passing, and Miles Baker, Raheem Mullen, and McLean have been catching those passes from Shamar Baker. Shamar Baker put it up 15 times the first half and completed 14 for a total of outstanding 187 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 to McLean, 1 to Baker, and 1 to Mullen. And that's been the half pretty much. I mean, Newton-Conover had about a little over 200 yards total offense. As I said, 187 was the passing of Shamar Baker. Miles Baker also had the first touchdown for Newton-Conover on a 12-yard touchdown run. So he scored 2 touchdowns. McLean scored 2, and Mullen has scored 1. And that's your 5 scores for Newton-Conover.
For the penalties, East Lincoln's committed 4 penalties for 30 yards. And Newton-Conover's committed 4 penalties for 45 yards. And I tell you, it's been a pretty good discipline game on that part of the penalties and stuff on both sides of the football, whether it's being offense or defense. But like you said, Shamar Baker is the best football player on the field on both sides of the football. He's an outstanding young man, outstanding football player for Matt Beam. And he's definitely top 2 of the best football players in the conference, in the South Fork 2A conference. Argument could be he could be the best. Lincoln's got Tyshawn Harris. Argument, he could be the best. But, you know, in my perspective, he's definitely the best quarterback from what I've seen in high school. That I've seen, you know,
that we've seen in this area.
In this area, he's the best. He's the best high school football player. And when it comes to quarterbacking, he is only a junior, so a
lot of the players, all these players I mentioned, Mullen and McLean, and
they're all coming back.
Miles Baker, Will Fong,
I'm telling you,
they all either juniors or sophomores, so they got most of their stars coming back for next year. On the East Lincoln side, the East Lincoln could not get their ground game going. That North Lincoln defense was too tough. They've only got about 20 or 30 yards total rushing on the ground. Chase Jones is 6 out of 12 for 57 yards and threw the 1 touchdown to Devon Johnson. But the problem is, Tim, he's tried to pass several times and has been sacked at least 4 or 5 times by this Newton-Conover defense.
Yeah, he's got to get rid of the football. When he sees that blitz coming and he knows he can't get around and, you know, get outside or maybe scramble around, I mean, he's not going to outrun those athletes from Newton-Conover.
No, he's not.
They're going to catch him from behind and in front of him, too.
They have some quickness on their line as well as obviously in the secondary and their linebackers. So,
he's got to throw it out of bounds. He's got to get rid of the football. If not, he's just taking a big loss,
so
7-8 yards.
East Lincoln only has 82 yards total offense the first half, and that's not going to get it done to stay in this ball game.
To all our fans out there, for the best in sports, KTC Broadcasting every Wednesday, Tim Johnson, Ken Link. You can catch us from 4 to 5. We're going to be down at Carolina Panther Stadium Sunday, Ken.
Yeah, we're going to go down there and watch those Atlanta Falcons and Panthers in a big division game, and we're looking forward to that. And we'll be reporting back some of what we find out on our watching the Best in Sports show every Wednesday on WCSL 1590.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to that. We're going to be in the press box down there for the media, and we're going to have a lot of good people. I know Richard Walker will be there. I've been talking to Richard, and a lot of the other good folks that we know in the television world will be there too. So looking forward to going down and doing some reporting on the Carolina Panthers. We're going to have a great show come next Wednesday. I'd like to invite everybody from 4 to 5 on WCSL 1590. That is every Wednesday. You can catch Ken Link, and when it comes to baseball season, there's nobody better than Mr. Kenny Link here, Mr. Baseball himself. Yeah, we can bring some stats and stuff like that to baseball, can we not, Ken?
Yeah, we'll have a few of those
we got a few
numbers floating around in our heads, and we'll bring to you a little bit.
All righty, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we're going to be back to talk a little bit about some games on around the area and maybe a little bit of playoff matchups too, Ken. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we can hit that a little bit as we will be finding out about the playoffs this weekend.
Absolutely. We'll be back after these fine commercials here on KTC Broadcasting. It's the Parker Farm Service Halftime Show with Tim Johnson and Kenny Link.
Drew, this new city just makes me miss home, man.
Go get a sweet tea from McDonald's. They make it fresh, sweet, and it's icy cold, just like your mom's.
But I miss home.
Oh, so you miss your mom telling you to make sure your room's clean? Or
close the fridge, Ryan, and stop letting all the cool air out. Or turn them lights off,
All right, got it. The sweet tea is just right. But you know I'm going to tell my mom you got jokes.
No, don't.
This is no joke. Stop by McDonald's and get a large sweet tea for just $1 all summer long. Large sweet tea, just $1. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only.
Having trouble finding a car or truck at a price you can afford? Your troubles are over when you stop in at Milholland Automotive in Lincoln. At Milholland Automotive in Lincoln, they make buying a pre-owned vehicle easy. No credit, no money to put down. Milholland Automotive has the banks to get you approved. Come see the selection today at Milholland Automotive, 423 West Main Street in Lincoln. Visit the website at milhollandautomotive.com for a complete list of inventory, or give them a call at 704-736-1000. That's Milholland Automotive in Lincoln. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Campers Inn in Kings Mountain presents their second annual holiday bike drive. Camping out for kids, December 8th, 9th, and 10th. Campers Inn has partnered with the Kings Mountain Police Department to collect new bikes for the children in our community. They are hoping to collect from 150 to 200 new bikes, from toddlers to teens, and they do all the work. Just bring your unassembled bike and they'll put it together for you. You can help make Christmas brighter for a child this year. Plan now to participate in the second annual Camping Out for Kids Holiday Bike Drive, December 8th, 9th, and 10th at Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain. It's the grand opening of the new Renato Honda. The renovations are complete, and you're invited to drop by our new showroom. Check out the great deals this month, like 0.9% APR financing for the 2017 Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Offer ends October 31st. And check out the great specials in the service department. Don't get left out in the cold with a free winter battery test. And right now, get an oil change, tire rotation, and balancing, only $74.95. Don't miss the deals during the grand opening celebration at the new Renato Honda, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. It's time to trade up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Payment starts at $97 per month, or you can get 2.99% APR financing plus up to $300 customer cash. And that's not all. Get 2.99% financing APR plus up to $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for all the details during the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Exit 22 at I-85, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Okay, we're back here on the Ronaldo Auto Mall Game of the Week at LincolnCounty.com as we have East Lincoln against Newton-Conover. As we've watched this first half, and we're dominated by the Newton-Conover Red Devils, leading 32-7 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. And we usually talk at this time about what can happen, what adjustments need to be made in the second half for each team. And so for East Lincoln, Tim, what kind of words of wisdom do you have about these Mustangs and what they need to do to try to get back on track against Conover?
They're going to have to put pressure on Shamar Baker. That's the first thing. They're going to put some pressure. Their defensive line is going to have to put some pressure on the quarterback, get back in the backfield. And when he scrambles, they're going to have somebody spy on him. whether it's a linebacker or somebody who's going to have to spy on him to keep him from getting outside. If he gets outside, this kid can run. He's fast. So the first thing is put pressure on the quarterback, make good tackles, wrap up. Don't make no missed tackles. When you miss tackles against kids like that, they can take it to the house, big gains. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, can't turn the ball over. They got to look for turnovers. They got to try to create some turnovers to get back in this game.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to take some chances where they feel they can, because when you're down this much to a good team, you try anything because you're sort of extreme measures to have a shot at getting back in this ball game, especially against a team as strong as Newton-Conover.
And one thing I noticed too, they're flying to the football. So what I would do is do some misdirections. Maybe, I don't know if they got it in their playbook or not, maybe do some reverses and stuff like that.
It seemed to me one of their best plays of the half was one on that first possession where there was some kind of misdirection to Duncan.
Yes.
And he went about 20 yards. Unfortunately, he coughed it up on a hard hit. But to me, that's one of the best running plays. Was the best running play they had the whole half.
Here's what I would do. Coming out of halftime, I'd get the ball in Spinks' hand. Well, I would get the ball in that 82, that young man's hand. That kid can play.
Well, here's some athletic guys out there. 82,
5, Tate Johnson,
and 24.
Lucas McConnell's athletic.
And I'll try to get the ball in those hands as much as we can. Because Newton-Conover's got athletes, they got speed. You got to get it in your athlete's hands to try to counteract that.
Right. It's going to be tough for East Lincoln to come back because Matt Beam, he's such a great coach. He keeps his kids, disciplined. He keeps them into the game and stuff like that. It's going to be hard. And like you said, before the game we started, we talked to Coach Beam, and he's positive. I mean, he just told us flat up, he said, we're the best team. He said, we can play with South Point and Shelby.
Yeah, he's very confident.
Yeah.
And
you like that in the coach. You like that.
And he won't let his foot off the gas second half. He's not that type of coach.
I'll tell you another coach is like that too. Scott Cloninger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Scott, listen, Scott didn't care who he played against. We're going to win.
That's the reason we play the game. We plan on winning.
Absolutely. And Bobby Dale Reynolds in baseball.
Absolutely.
There was no team he wasn't good enough to beat.
No. And after the season, he might tell you, look, they were better than us, but that didn't mean they were going to beat us.
Absolutely. So you're listening to Tim Johnson and Ken Link here on the Parker Farm Service halftime show. We've got about a minute something left. I see some football teams coming back out on the football field. You got Newton-Conover, you got East Lincoln coming back out on the field, and I'm sure Lubowitz is going to make some adjustments. I'm sure of that. And so this ought to be a better second half for East Lincoln. I would think so, Kenny.
Yeah. They'll get the ball first, and we'll see if they can do something with this first drive.
They need to go down and score.
That'll be important if they can.
They need to go down. Here's the game plan: go down and score, hold Newton-Conover, make them kick, punt, take the punt, go down and score. It'll be a 21. So you're looking at a 32, 21 point game. So that's a big difference there. If they can do that, But
that first possession will be important for them. For their confidence too, Tim, because right now their confidence is waning because of the domination we've seen the first half by Newton-Conover.
You're exactly right. All righty, you're listening to the Parker Farm Service halftime show. Ken Link and Tim Johnson. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back after these 3 minutes right here on KTC Broadcasting. It's the Renato High School football game at LincolnCounty.com.
It's the grand reopening of Renato Cadillac Buick GMC in Shelby. Hurry in now for celebration savings. During this grand event, get grand savings like $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2016 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab. Get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Encore. And get $7,500 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Enclave Convenience. Come in for all the details during the grand reopening. Renato Cadillac Buick GMC at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. It's time to trade up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Payment starts at $97 per month, or you can get 2.99% APR financing, plus up to $300 customer cash. And that's not all. Get 2.99% financing APR, plus up to $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for all the details during the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Exit 22 at I-85, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Campers Inn in Kings Mountain presents their second annual holiday bike drive. Camping out for kids, December 8th, 9th, and 10th. Campers Inn has partnered with the Kings Mountain Police Department to collect new bikes for the children in our community. They are hoping to collect from 150 to 200 new bikes, from toddlers to teens, and they do all the work. Just bring your unassembled bike and they'll put it together for you. You can help make Christmas brighter for a child this year. Plan now to participate in the second annual Camping Out for Kids Holiday Bike Drive, December 8th, 9th, and 10th at Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain. It's the grand opening of the new Renato Honda. The renovations are complete, and you're invited to drop by our new showroom. Check out the great deals this month, like 0.9% APR financing for the 2017 Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Offer ends October 31st. And check out the great specials in the service department. Don't get left out in the cold with a free winter battery test. And right now, get an oil change, tire rotation, and balancing, only $74.95. Don't miss the deals during the grand opening celebration at the new Renato Honda, located at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
I said where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken, where I come from.
All right, we're back here live at Newton-Conover High School here at Gurley Stadium. Tim Johnson and Ken Link. Friday night football, I tell you, there's no better place to be on a Friday night than watching your high school football game. You got East Lincoln, Newton-Conover coming to the football field.
Change the camera.
East Lincoln will be without a doubt taking the kickoff here, and Newton-Conover will be kicking off, and so it's a 32-7 lead here at halftime. So fixing to start the third quarter here any minute now. I love the smell of football, high school football Friday night, Ken. Love the smell of the popcorn. Of course, you got all the fans out there rooting for their young men on the football field, and it's just a great feeling. Just a tradition to watch your son, play football on a Friday night, or even come watch your daughter cheerlead. Even cheerleaders, it's just fun to watch.
Yeah, and this is the last regular season game for both these teams. They'll be heading forward to play in the playoffs. I imagine Newton-Conover was first playoff game, or will probably be a home game. Not so sure about East Lincoln, but both of these teams will play again next week.
I think East Lincoln, win or lose, I think they definitely win. They'll have a home game. I think if they lose, they still have a slight chance to have the first home game, but we have to wait and see. Yeah, there's some other games in the area going on too. I know Lincoln's
and across the state.
Yes.
The games could
South Point, Shelby. What's the latest on that? It was 21-0. South Point over 21-3.
21-3 was the halftime score.
Okay, all right. So South Point over Shelby. So that's a big football game, and I know Lincoln was on top of Maiden, the undefeated Blue Devils, 14-7. And we was told that Lincoln, your brother Scott Link, sent you a text, said that. On the 5-yard line with 30 seconds left at half?
Yeah, they were on the verge of scoring again, Lincoln was, and fumbled it away on the 5-yard line with 30 seconds left in the half. Here's the kickoff from the 35 because Newton-Conover would assess the delay of the game penalty, but guess what? He booms it in the end zone anyway, Tim. And he's going to come out to the 20.
That's your kicker for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. That's Francisco Tapia. And, man, he can kick. I guarantee he plays soccer.
I tell you what.
He kick the ball like that, he can play soccer.
He put a foot into that.
Evan, what you eating over there, son? They got spaghetti up here tonight with the Newton-Conover, I tell you, man, they've had great food here all year, Ken.
Yeah, we've been here 4 times,
yes.
and I've yet to be disappointed with the food.
I'm telling you, the food's outstanding. Got spaghetti here tonight and salad and all kind of soft drinks. All right, here's a snap, and it looks like it's going to be a false start on the East Lincoln Mustangs, so that's going to back them up 5 more yards.
Tim, they've had 4 or 5 of those tonight.
Yes, they have. And it looks like it's on McConnell again. I think McConnell, he hasn't been playing, folks. He had a concussion last week. He's been out of practice as well as the games. And so he's missed, I know, 2 games. He missed the West Lincoln game. And I think he missed a game before that. And he played, or maybe he played in a half a game is what it was. But McConnell's an outstanding freshman for the East Lincoln Mustangs. So here's a Taven Johnson and, well, here's
Chase Jones.
Chase Jones gets sacked.
On the keeper. That looked like it may have been a busted play, or maybe it was just a keeper, but there's nowhere to go on the play. It looked like a loss of a yard or 2.
Looks like he was trying to throw the football out to the flat to Taven Johnson, and Taven just didn't look at him. I think maybe Taven is.
Yeah, like I said, it may have been a busted play. It looked like he possibly could. That's a loss of a couple yards.
Right.
2nd and 17 now for the Mustangs.
All right.
They're waiting for the call from the sidelines. Chase Jones, again, in the shotgun, waiting for the snap.
You got Tripp wide receivers to the left, and here's the snap, and he's looking to throw the football. And he was trying to get it to Sphinx.
Yeah, well, the pass was a little low. He got his hands on it, but he couldn't quite come up with it around the 25-yard line. So that's going to bring a 3rd down and 17.
Kenny, I tell you, that kid looks like DJ Stover.
He's a good size kid, and he's
6'2", 6'3". He looks like DJ Stover out there playing.
He's got good hands.
Yes, he does. He don't drop it. If it hits his hands, he's going to catch it. That one he couldn't catch that one. All right, here's a snap, and Jones is looking to throw the football to his receiver. He's got a man open, Taven Johnson. He's going to he's going to break it. And he's stopped at the
first down,
38-yard line.
Pass was short of the first down, but he carried it forward about 10 more yards to get, looks like about 18 yards on the play and a first down. Alain Kubota,
That's an outstanding play by the young man there, Taven Johnson, by the East Lincoln Mustangs. Good throw by the quarterback, Chase Jones, too.
Taven Johnson on the call, on the catch.
Okay. Here is a handoff to Terry Farrell.
And he is, wow, he got stood up on the play, but is got some momentum and help from a couple teammates and pushed forward for a couple extra yards.
That's a good play. He also plays on defense. He's outside linebacker on defense, and he punts the ball too. So he's an all-around athlete.
Gain of about 7 on the play.
Okay, here we go. Chase Jones, the quarterback. Got Johnson in motion. Here's a handoff to Johnson. He's got some running room. He's going to be stopped probably about 2 yards. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down, and looks like a long 1.5 yards, it looks like, Ken.
Yeah, it's a short gain on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 at least. They're giving, okay.
Looked like he didn't get much of anything. I thought he got at least a yard.
That's what it looked like to me. So,
but it'll be a 3rd down play.
3rd down. Chase Jones under the center this time. Looks like it's going to be a handoff to Chase, maybe to Chandler. Oh, offsides on Newton-Conover. It should have been.
They jumped, but no flags as they evidently got back. I guess they didn't break the neutral zone according to the officials.
So here we go. So Johnson in motion. Here's a handoff, fake handoff, and it's a toss pitch, and he's short. He's going to be maybe a half a yard short, looks like.
Yeah, he's going to come up short on play as he was upended over there. That was Johnson again, I think.
I'd go for it. You got a half a yard. That's a half a yard. Oh, 1st down. They give him a 1st down.
That must have been a good mark because he didn't look like he had that.
That's an Alain Kubota 1st down. It didn't look like he had it to me, but, you know, we've been wrong before, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. So that's a 1st down for the Mustangs up to the 43-yard line of Newton-Conover. So they're in their own territory. I'm sorry.
Chase Jones, quarterback, trips to the right. Single to the left. Chandler Jones, the running back. Here's a snap. Jones is looking to throw the football across the middle. Oh, he just dropped the football. He knew it too.
Yeah, it was good pass on target. Couldn't quite hold on to it, so that's bringing up a 2nd down and 10 yards.
I like to see them with feints, put them in motion along the line of scrimmage, and maybe throw him a little flat out here in a flat because he'll have single coverage out here. Take your wide receiver and cut him back across the field. I like to see that.
We have a 2nd and 10 now.
So you got Farrell in motion. Here's a fake handoff and a pitch to number 17. And Farrell, I'll tell you what, he's tough. That Farrell, he's tough. Look at him. He's fired up. Boy, he jumps up clapping his hands. Number 17 does.
Yeah,
he's like a Mustang.
He made about 4 yards on the play, and he's excited about it.
So they're getting the play in from offense coordinator. So we got trips to the left, single to the right. Got Finks out there all by himself. Wouldn't this be great just to throw it up to him?
Here's a short pass.
Yeah, he didn't go anywhere. That's a great open field tackle by number 1.
That's a Quarles.
That's Quarles. Great open field tackle right there, Kenny.
Yeah, a short pass out in the flat. It was right there. It's covered. Tackle looked like maybe for a loss of a one on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 8 kicking situation for East Lincoln. But they're back.
Yeah.
17 back, waiting for the snap inside his 35-yard line. Here's a snap. Good kick.
Good punch. Like kind of a line drive punch. It's going to take a big bounce.
East Lincoln roll. They're going to try to, it rolls into the end zone for a touchback.
That's a smart play by the quarterback, Shamar Baker, who was the deep return man back there, just to let that ball roll straight to the end zone. So they're going to bring out the offense of the Newton-Conover Red Devils, who's put up 32 points in the first half. And the East Lincoln defense comes on the field with their senior captain, Mr. Ryan Matz. We're here live at Newton-Conover High School Football Stadium, Gurley Stadium. So Shamar Baker, shotgun. Here's a snap, and he throws the football out in the flat.
Got a hand on it.
Yes.
Who was that with East Lincoln? With a big paw up. Was that 88, Ryan Matz?
I think that's your man, Ryan Matz.
Who got his hand up and knocked that pass down out to the flat. So that's a infrequent thing we've seen tonight. Incompletion by Shamar Baker. Bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 20.
With 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Just the beginning of it. And the First Federal scoreboard is 32-7, Newton-Conover.
Here's Baker back in the shotgun again, waiting for the snap. Here it is. Fake, gives up the middle.
Farrell made the initial stop there, number 17. On the running back, and the gentleman who carried the football, Ken, I think that was number 22 there.
That'd be Wilfone.
That will be Alan Wilfone. And he is a sophomore. Good-looking running back there for the Newton-Conover Red Devils.
Gain of 5 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 5 from the 25. So Baker waiting for the call from the sidelines. Waiting for the snap in the shotgun.
Here comes the blitz.
Quick pass out to the sideline. First down, catch, and
that's a good pass by the quarterback.
Yeah, he saw the blitz coming and got rid of it very quickly.
Yes, he did. And to all our listeners out there, especially to the Newton-Conover listeners, Stinson will be back. He's disciplinary actions, and he's out for one more game, which will be the first round of the playoffs. And Stinson will be back. Tyler Stinson, the outstanding running back for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. So when you put them two together, man, you got a powerhouse back there.
Yeah. First down.
Yeah, he's going deep. He's got him open. He's got him open.
A little bit off target. Number 9, Gabe Duncan, with the hand to knock it down, but the pass was a little bit off target on the fly pattern.
I tell you, on that play right there, I guarantee you Matt Beam's going to sit down with his quarterback and say, look, son, you had him wide open in the flat. There was nobody within 20 yards of him. When you see him in the flat, don't try to go deep. Just throw it to him right there in the flat, because he's got one-on-one out here. This guy ain't going to stop him.
Yeah.
He's going to take it to the house.
Well, the pattern may have been called for him to go deep, but it was a little bit off target.
Sure, but I would teach that quarterback, and he's smart enough and good enough to figure that out.
Here's another pass play caught around the 41-yard line.
Picks up about 6 yards.
That's number 2, McLean, with the catch.
All righty, so you got it's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. That's a long 3. That's a 4 yard. That's 4 yards, Ken. That's a long 3, short 4.
I think that's 4 yards.
Yep.
Anyways, 3rd down play from the 40-yard line.
Offsides.
Well, they didn't break the neutral zone according to the officials. So
boy, that was close.
Baker's still barking signals.
All righty, so you got, looks like they're going to time out. Is that right? All right, let's go to a quick commercial right here on KTC Broadcasting. It's the Ronaldo High School Game of the Week.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
Okay, we're back here at Newton-Conover High School Football Stadium. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Shamar Baker, the shotgun, got trips to the left, double to the right. He's on a mall spread out. Here's a pass across the middle, and what a great defensive play by number 17 for the Mustang. That's Farrell for you, Kenny.
Yeah, throwing for McLean, number 2, had his hands on it, but Farrell came in and made contact and shook the ball loose, making an incomplete pass.
So great defensive play by the East Lincoln Mustangs.
So it's a punting situation, 4th and 3, as Newton-Conover drops back in front formation.
I'm going to tell you, Ken, Matt Beam is the type of coach to take chances here. He's got 3 yards to pick it up. Don't be surprised.
Really deep on the punt, so I don't think so.
Here comes the snap. And the kick, and it is
takes a Newton-Conover bounce.
Good looking roll. That's going to be stopped. That's going to be stopped inside the 10-yard line.
Going to roll around the 7-yard line. It looks like.
Unbelievable. Wow, unbelievable. Great punt by the Newton-Conover Red Devils to back the East Lincoln Mustangs all the way back inside their 10-yard line. Folks, you're listening to Tim Johnson and Ken Link on the Ronaldo High School Football Game of the Week. It's on LincolnCounty.com. I also want to thank all our sponsors, Ronaldo, First Federal, of course, Classic of Shelby, Classic Ford of Shelby, Al Lane's Kubota, and we got Silver Point Homes, Parker Farm Service, our halftime show. And we got the Stadium Postgame Show, that is Carolina Trust Bank, and the LincolnCounty.com stat sheet. West End Sales, and Roads and Bill, and that is an incomplete pass, and Campers Inn.
Yeah, pass out to the flat, couldn't connect with the receiver. Bring back a 2nd and 10, again, deep in East Lincoln's own territory on the 8-yard line.
Newton-Conover's athletes have put a lot of pressure on the East Lincoln athletes, Ken. That's one thing I've noticed. They're fast, they're quick, they're strong, and they just they match up really well with East Lincoln, and they put a lot of pressure on their offense to make plays.
Okay, here's give up the middle.
That's McConnell.
Like McConnell trying to shake and bake. Looks like he gets back up to about the 10-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 8.
So that's going to bring you up 3rd down and 8 for the East Lincoln Mustangs here tonight.
Okay, here we go. Back in the shotgun again is Chase Jones. He takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He shakes one rusher. He's going to keep it and try to get out. Only makes it out to the 14-yard line. It's going to be a 4th down.
Of the 1st down. So 4th and looks like it's going to be probably about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, be about 4 on the play. It'll be 4th and 4.
So they're bringing the punting unit in. You can tune in to Ken and Tim every Friday for the First Federal pregame show, the Lincoln County High School football show. We highlight all the Lincoln County High School football teams. And we have had a great time doing that, Kenny.
Yeah, we have. Here's the punt. It's an excellent punt. Looks like it's going to take a Shamar. He muffs it. Then the ball's loose. East Lincoln tried to get on it, but it looked like Shamar Baker was able to get back on it right inside the 50-yard line.
Shamar's taking his eyes off the football. He's looking to run.
Yeah, he is.
He's thinking touchdown. Speaking of the First Federal Lincoln County High School football show, Ken, we have already been signed to another contract by First Federal, so that's for next year. So that's a done deal.
Sounds good.
Yep. Want to thank House of Pizza, too, for the pregame meal. For me and Ken and Alec, we thoroughly enjoy the wonderful people at House of Pizza and the great food there, Ken.
Yeah, we chow down when we go there, and it's always enjoyment to go there, eat, and the great service you get there as well.
Yes, I just like the hospitality, Ken. The people are just wonderful there. Here's a pass out in the flat to number 2, and man, he's wow, great play. Oh, he's down. He's
ball
down.
Ball comes loose, but he was ruled down.
Yeah, number 2 there. That's a great looking Kawan McLean.
Yeah, McLean on the
juking there, Ken.
Yeah, juking around with things.
Kind of look like you back in your days.
Not really.
Maybe it was Mike Powell. It kind of looked like Mike Powell out there juking around.
I don't know.
McLean juking around out there, Mike. I said, there's a lot of Ken. He said, no, so it must have been Mike then.
Tim, you wasn't around to know what I was doing back in them days.
Lord, no, Ken. How old are you, about 90?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, here's a handoff to Miles Baker. Man, look at this young man run, Ken.
And he's still going inside the 20-yard line. From the 38 to look like the 18, that's about a 20-yard gain.
Man, I tell you what, he hit that line of scrimmage, and I'm telling you, man, he looked like a rocket through there. So that's a big gain there for Miles Baker and the Newton-Conover Red Devils. And Shamar's got them spread out again. Trips to the right, single to the left. Baker in the backfield. Here is the snap and the pass. Oh, intercepted. Oh, did you see that?
He threw it to a receiver who wasn't looking, hit him square in the back, bounced up in the air, and number 40 picked it off for East Lincoln. That is
Daniel Herring.
Daniel Herring with the interception. That was a miscommunication. Obviously, the receiver never turned to look for the football, hit him square in the back.
You got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. What a big break there for the East Lincoln Mustangs, because Shamar Baker was taking it to the house. Looked like he was ready to score another touchdown there, Kenny.
Yeah, but whoever they threw it to that time, and I didn't pick up the number, the receiver was off.
I couldn't tell either. Number 2, maybe McLean. Was it McLean who was throwing it to? All right, here's a snap to Chase Jones. He's looking to throw the football. Get a little screen there for Chandler Jones. He's got a little bit of running room, so that's a pickup about 5 yards, looks like.
5 or 6 maybe.
So that's a good pickup for the East Lincoln Mustangs. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. So you got East Lincoln on offense now after the interception by Daniel Herring. So Chase Jones, the quarterback, he's in the shotgun position. Double wide receivers left and right. Handoff to Chandler Jones up the middle. He's picking his way through.
Down, he gets loose.
And Ken, he's going to take it to the house. Well, he's at the 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 30, 35.
Trying to run him down.
10, 5, touchdown. East Lincoln, that's a horse collar.
Horse collar in the end zone as he scores the touchdown.
Now, Ken, I could not understand that play by Newton-Conover. He's in the end zone, and he gets horse collar and pulled down.
That's a 70-yard touchdown run by Chandler Jones.
And, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, that was all Chandler Jones.
Yeah, he broke several tackles.
Yes, he did.
Got loose, and some of those fast defenders for Newton-Conover tried to run him down, but he had too big a lead, and they didn't catch him until he got to the end zone.
Right.
And a horse collar tackle was put on him in the end zone, so that'll be a penalty after this extra point try.
Yep. And I know his coach, Matt Beam, is not too happy with that play. So, so you got 1:51 seconds left, and East Lincoln will be attempting the extra point here to make it a 14-32. So here is the extra points. Here is the snap, and here's the kick, and it's up, and it's good. So it's 32-14 here tonight at Newton-Conover High School Football Stadium.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincoln, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. The Can-Am Tabarite at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincoln. They're big, they're bold, and they're now in stock at Al Lane Motorsports. See the new 2018 Can-Am Maverick X3 or the new 2018 Can-Am Outlander 1000 XMR. Ask about special financing on selected 2017 models. Al Lane Motorsports, your new Can-Am dealer, serving Lincoln, Gaston, Cleveland, and surrounding counties. Online at allanemotorsports.com.
Maiden just scored 14-14. All righty, we're back here tonight at Newton-Conover High School Football Stadium. Just been told that we have a tie football game over Von Ray Harris football field. And we have an onside kick by East Lincoln. And that ball is going to be fumbled.
East Lincoln says they've got it. Let's see.
East Lincoln gets the football. Yes, sir, they got the football.
They're umpiring. They own it.
That is a great call by David Lubowitz, the head coach, first-year head coach of the East Lincoln Mustangs. So the Mustangs gets the football, and they're inside the 35-yard line. They're about on the 33-yard line, looks like, Ken.
Great call and great execution on that play to get that ball back.
Yes, sir. So they're getting fired up on offense now. So, hey, East Lincoln take the ball down, score. We still got 1:47 seconds left in the third quarter, so they can make a pretty decent ball game out of this, Ken.
Yeah, and we've got a great ball game going on over on WLOE in Lincoln. Maiden and Lincoln, it's a tie score now, 14-14. Third quarter just ended, and they're into the fourth quarter now.
So Lincoln's trying to pull the upset here.
So here's first play of this drive, forward for about 3 yards. It's second and 7 for East Lincoln.
So East Lincoln taking some time off the clock with 1:25 seconds left in the third quarter. 18 seconds left on the play clock. And here's a snap and a pass, and it's across the middle.
What a catch.
Whoa. Wow, Johnson made a sensational catch.
Johnson going up the ladder to receive it. Close coverage on the play, but he hangs on to it. It looks like it's right around the 16-yard line, first down, but we've got a penalty on the play.
Is that on East Lincoln?
Looks like it is.
Wait a minute, he's telling Newton-Conover to wait. Oh, he's wanting the football. That's what he's wanting. So it is. It's on East Lincoln. So that's going to mark them back. So I'll probably take that first down away, would it not, Ken?
Oh, yes. Yeah, unfortunately.
So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty?
No, it's more than
10.
5. Well, I think it was 10 from the spot.
It'll be a 10 from the spot. Okay.
They're marking it as a 2nd and 16 play.
Got you.
14.
Yeah. All righty. So East Lincoln was 2nd down and 16. So that's a 10-yard penalty. So Chase Jones, quarterback and shotgun, looking to throw the football. And he makes a pass across. That's Taven Johnson again. And he is across the 30 to the probably 34, 33-yard line, Ken. So he's going to be about 4 or 5 yards short. 4 yards short, I'd say, Ken. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4. That's a big pickup for the East Lincoln Mustangs. All righty. So Chase Jones getting the play called in. You got trips to the left. You got single to the right. You got Finks to the right by himself. Chandler Jones running back. Here's a snap. Chase Jones, quarterback, across the middle. Oh, what a big hit. That's good. Oh,
caught by Farrell. Yes. And he's close to the first down.
That's going to be close. That is a first down. I believe that will be a first down by the East Lincoln Mustangs. Yeah, that was a low hit right there, Ken. Low hit. And Farrell's hurt. He's down. That might be a penalty. Personal foul's got to be. A low hit, you can't hit somebody that low like that, Ken.
That was roughing the passer.
Oh, roughing the passer, is that what that was? Okay, so roughing the passer, so that's going to be 15 more yards. But Farrell, he's tough. Farrell's tough. He's getting up. He's walking around trying to shake it off. You can see him. He's going to come out of the game for just to play because they're going to check him out. So, so we're going to stay right here. So it's going to be the end of the quarter, actually. So end of the quarter. Evan's over here trying to tell us end of the quarter, so we got that for him. He's about to have a heart attack over here, Ken.
He'll make it.
End of the quarter. So we're going to go to the fourth quarter, and we're going to take actually, we're going to stay right here. They're fixing to start the game back.
Well, it's the end of the quarter. Can the play not end on a penalty at the end of the quarter?
They can't end on a penalty, Ken.
Seemed like to me it'd be end of the quarter. It's not the end of the half.
Yeah, it's the end of the quarter. So,
well, the rest are. Well, they're standing over here talking to.
You got 12 seconds left on the clock, guys. 12 seconds.
Oh, they put 12 seconds back on the.
So it's still third quarter. We were right in the first place, weren't we?
Well,
so here we go. Third quarter, 12 seconds left.
East Lincoln down on the 10-yard line. First down. It looks like they maybe can make a first down without scoring.
Right.
They're just right outside the 10-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10. East Lincoln Mustangs. Chase Jones drops back, throw the ball. He's got a little, get a little play.
Open.
Chandler Jones, he's going to score. That's a touchdown. East Lincoln Mustangs.
Great play.
Great, sensational play. Wow.
0.4 seconds left in the half as
32-20, man.
As a Silver Point Holmes touchdown goes on the board for East Lincoln on a 10-yard pass out into the flat to Chandler Jones, who caught it, found a little running room, and made it to the corner of the end zone.
Here's my thing. Do you go for a 2-point conversion here to make it a 10-point game? But they're kicking the field goal. Extra point.
It's good.
It's good. So it's 21-32. We'll be back in the beginning of the fourth quarter right here on the KTC broadcasting system, Renato High School football game of the week.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. It's the grand reopening of Renato Cadillac Buick GMC in Shelby. Hurry in now for celebration savings. During this grand event, get grand savings like $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2016 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab. Get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Encore. And get $7,500 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Enclave Convenience. Come in for all the details during the grand reopening. Renato Cadillac Buick GMC at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
All righty. We're back here tonight at East Lincoln High School, where it's 32. So, we're fixing to have the kickoff here. And the East Lincoln Mustangs has made a great comeback, so he kicks. Shanklin kicks this.
He
touches the football. He touches it.
Picks it up at the 5. Picks it up on the 5, and he gets up
to about the 20-yard line. Great play by East Lincoln Mustangs.
Good coverage, and
that's a mistake by the Newton-Conover Red Devils.
Let's see if East Lincoln's defense can stiffen up here and get the ball back for the offense, Tim.
So it's 32-21, beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, fourth quarter. The third quarter just ended.
We're going to go to a quick commercial right quick, and we'll be back right here on KTC Broadcasting.
Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincoln, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit SilverPointHomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincoln Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincoln. It's time to call your order in for your special event. Call the Chuck Wagon Grill for any occasion. They'll cater to your every need. They'll even bring it to your doorstep. And be sure to check out their prime rib. It's absolutely out of this world good. The Chuck Wagon Grill is open 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday with some great daily lunch and dinner specials. Be sure to check out their homemade soup on these cool days. For your catering order, call 704-732-4777. The Chuck Wagon Grill, 3051 Highway 27, east of Lincoln.
All right, we're back here at Newton-Conover High School where the score is 32 Newton-Conover Red Devils, 21 East Lincoln Mustangs. So East Lincoln's making a game out of this, Ken.
Yeah, these Mustangs, they're slow starters in the first half, but Tim, it seems like something happens at halftime. They come out and play much better football.
They do. They sure do. That's for sure.
And so here's a important possession for Newton-Conover to try to get the momentum back, and important for East Lincoln defense to try to stop them and get that ball back.
It's 2nd and 5 right now. Shamar Baker, the quarterback. He hands off straight up the middle, and he's going to be maybe a first down. It's going to be close. It all depends on the spot here, whether it's a first down or not. Looks like they're saying it's a first down for the Newton-Conover Red Devils, so that's an Al Lane Kubota first down.
So here we go on first down from 30-yard line.
32-21. It's the beginning of the fourth quarter with 11 minutes left in the game. And Shamar Baker has got trips to the left, single to the right. Running back Miles Baker on the left-hand side. Here's a snap.
Whistles before the snap. Timeout by Newton-Conover.
Timeout. We're going to go to a commercial. Be back here on KTC Broadcasting.
It's time to get ready. Get ready for the big Black Friday car, truck, and tractor show at Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. Again, that's Friday, November 24th. What a day it's going to be. Cars, trucks, and tractors. Entry fee for the show is an unwrapped Christmas gift or $10. Items collected and the money will go to those less fortunate in our community this Christmas season. And check out the year-end savings at Classic Ford Lincoln. 0% financing for up to 72 months, plus up to $1,500 cash back on selected vehicles. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Tradition never graduates.
Tar Heels bring the house, and down he goes.
All out.
Loses the handoff, and Carolina picks up the fumble.
Every game, all season long.
What way can't the Tar Heels score today?
Catch all of the action right here on the Tar Heels Sports Network.
North Carolina, Duke, Clemson, and NCAA football right here on Big O Country, WHS, WCSL, and WLON, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Now it is.
And off to Miles Baker coming back here, and a gain of looks like about 5 yards. This will bring up a second down and 5 for Newton-Conover at the 35-yard line. Newton-Conover trying to get the momentum back as East Lincoln has scored 2 touchdowns that have been unanswered in the second half. The Mustangs trying to get that ball back for their offense.
Ken, it's starting to rain here at the Gurley Stadium here in Newton. So that will have some effect to the football, throwing the football for sure.
That's another flag on the field.
It's like a false start, Ken, on Newton, maybe East Lincoln. It's on East Lincoln, encroachment. Offsides on East Lincoln. How's that? They're saying East Lincoln. It might have been on Taven Johnson, number 5. It looked like he might have crossed before the football. I mean, it could have been him.
They could take it up just past the 40-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Another Al Lane Kubota first down for Newton-Conover.
So it's with 10 minutes left in the football game. 32-21.
Waiting for the call from the sidelines here into Shamar Baker, who's back in the shotgun. Waiting for the snap.
It's a 10-point game. A big defensive stop here. That's a big stop right there, number 53. What in the world? Man. Got a little aggressive there, number 54.
Yeah, a little bit extracurricular activity.
I believe it was. That's football for you right there, folks.
Short gain on the play.
That's the excitement in the young men knowing that, you know, they're playing their last regular season game here tonight against a very good football opponent on both sides of the football team. Well coached. And these guys are wanting to win. So you get that every once in a while.
Yeah, it's like a short gain on the play. I'd call it second and 9.
That's what I agree with you. I don't look like it's 8 yards, maybe 9. Here's a pass out in the flat.
McLean, wow, shakes one tackler and gets up to around the 45-yard line before he's taken out of bounds by a host of Mustangs, including Ryan Matz over there and Haven Johnson.
It's going to be third down. Looks like a third down and 6. I'd say maybe a short 6, a long 5, 6 yards. So that's a good defensive effort by the Mustangs there. So here comes the play in from the head coach, Matt Beam, from the sidelines.
Big play here, 3rd and 6 with the Mustangs trying to get that football back.
Got trips to the right, single to the left. Pass, that's too easy right there.
Pass to number 19, who is
he got it.
Who called a pushback, but then fights ahead and it's got the first down for a gain about 4 on the play. That's caught by number 19.
Justin Barnett, number 15 from East Lincoln, makes the initial stop, wraps him up.
That's Squalls on the catch. Big first down for Newton-Conover to keep this drive going.
And the clock is ticking. You got about, looks like you got about 8 minutes left in this ball game.
Newton-Conover with the first down on the 48-yard line.
Here comes the blitz, inside blitz.
Lincoln. Here
Miles Baker. Man, he's quick through there, Ken. He's fast.
Yeah, he gets through for a gain about 8 on the play.
He's fast, man. He hits that hole. He's looking for daylight.
And he found a little bit of daylight there before the Mustangs could wrestle him down. The Mustangs trying desperately to get this drive stopped and get the ball back as time is clicking down. We have just a little over 7 minutes left in this ball game.
2nd down and 3 for the Red Devils here at Newton-Conover at Gurley Stadium.
They're on the
rain starting to fall a little bit here at Stadium.
And here's the snap. The give to Baker again up the middle. Plenty of running room, and he slipped and falls. Slipped and falls. Now there's a penalty flag going down.
He shouldn't.
Right after the play, he slips down right around the 16-yard line.
I'm trying to say, what's the penalty on? They're going to say unnecessary roughness. That's the only thing I can say. Maybe when East Lincoln fell on top of the player. That's what. Yes. Yep. I didn't see that, Ken. Did you see? I mean, I saw him fall down, but I didn't see. So that's going to give them an extra 10 yards there on that play.
It looked like about a 28-yard carry before they got Baker down, and then tacking on the penalty. Takes the ball inside the 10-yard line for Baker. Alan Kubota first down.
He's electric. Baker, I tell you, man, he can run. You put the football in his hand, number 5, and he can do great things for you.
Shamar Baker waits for the snap on the 9-yard line, 1st and goal.
10 seconds left on the shot clock on the football. Fumble!
They still scramble for it.
Wow!
Oh my goodness! East Lincoln had several opportunities to get that fumbled football, Tim, and he kept getting knocked around, and it finally recovered by Newton-Conover all the way back on the 25-yard line. But boy, what an opportunity for
East Lincoln.
The snap was bobbled, and the ball just got knocked around everywhere. It looked like 3 or 4 different East Lincoln players had a hand on the ball but could not secure it.
Well, the quarterback, it was a high handoff. He hit him up the upper chest of the shoulder pads, and the running back never had a chance to secure the football. So that was a mistake there on Shamar Baker.
It's back on the 26-yard line where it'll be 2nd and goal from the 26-yard line for Newton-Conover.
Here's snap, and Baker looking to throw the football. He's got a receiver down the field. He caught it, but it wasn't out of bounds. Yes. He's out of bounds.
He says I was in bounds, but the official right on the
great effort
said, no, you were not out.
Great effort by the young man. Great effort.
Around the 5-yard line, it was an outstanding pass.
Yes, it was.
And a nice catch, but officially wasn't quite in bounds. Caught it.
Let him miss a little bit too far there, Ken. You got 5 minutes and 41 seconds. If East Lincoln could hold him here from scoring, Ken, it's 3rd down and 26. I mean, this would be huge for East Lincoln.
Yeah, it would.
So 3rd and 26.
So here's the shotgun. Shamar Baker waiting for it.
Here's the snap, and Shamar looking to pass the football. He's got a receiver open. Caught
around the 6-yard line where he's out of bounds. That's McClain on the catch. And
great pass.
That gets them down close again. It's going to be 4th down and goal, but they're on the 6 now.
Ken, that was the same. That was the same exact pattern. And the young man and Baker, credit to him this time, he didn't lead him, out of bounds. He led him in the field of play. So he made a great catch, and he got about 2 or 3 feet down that time. So what, are they kicking a field goal?
Doesn't look like it. It's a 4th and 6 as clock is. The clock is stopped now, but
you're down by 10, Ken.
But the play clock is running down. It's down to 8 seconds. I don't know whether Newton-Conover is going to take a timeout here.
They're going to take a timeout probably.
Discuss it over. Yeah, they're going to take out.
All right, here's the thing. We're going to stay right here with us at KTC Broadcasting here at Ronaldo High School football game of the week. All right, here's the thing, Ken. Think about this. It's a 10-point game, okay? Basically, it's a 11-point game. Just say 11-point game. All right, 2 scores. But here's the thing. 6 minutes left. Lincoln up 21-14.
No, Maiden went up 21-14 with 6 minutes left. Lincoln returned to kickoff 21-21.
How about that? So it's 21-21 for Lincoln High School. All right, here's the thing here at Newton-Conover High School. East Lincoln, they make a stop here, Ken. If they go for it 4th down and they make a stop here, they're going to get the ball back, okay? They're going to have to drive down the field. They're going to get down there fast and score a touchdown or kick a field goal, whichever one. But my thing is, Ken, I'd kick a field goal if I was Matt Bean.
Yeah, but if they do, it'll be 35-21.
Right.
And so it's still a 2-touchdown lead.
Absolutely.
But if they score,
if they score,
they can put the game out of reach.
But if they don't score and don't kick a field goal and East Lincoln holds them,
they could win the game with 2 touchdowns.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. I believe I'd have to kick a field goal here.
Well, they're
put pressure on them. They got they're
lining up not to kick the field goal.
So here we go. 4th and 6.
4th and goal from the
Shamar Baker, he's rolling out, throw the football. He's got a man wide open. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, but he slips. Did he get in?
No, he did not. No, he did not.
He caught the ball, looked like he was going to get inside the flag, and Tim, he slipped as he approached the flag down there in the corner. And
wow.
Officials are discussing it, but it looks like they're going to mark him short of the goal.
I tell you, Ken, it looked like he got in to me. He looked like he got in the end zone.
He slipped over there, and you couldn't tell, but the official, to his credit, was standing right there on the play.
Wow. Well, hey, good call by the official. What can you say?
He was right there. He had a good view of it. Now, whether he got it right, I don't know, but he had a good view of it.
Well, here it is. East Lincoln goes down and scores. All depends how much time you got left.
Well, yeah,
kick field goal. Onside kick.
But first you got to score, and guess what?
Score first.
You're 99 yards from an end zone. So, the good news is they stopped Newton-Conover. The bad news is they deep into their own territory.
They're bringing the house. Trust me.
And Matt Bean wants to have a discussion with the official up there. I don't think anything's going to change, but he is having a discussion with one of the officials.
They have already made their decision. It's going to be first down for the East Lincoln Mustangs. Ken, I tell you what I do, buddy. I just throw a quick pass out to 82 and try to get him
Well, I definitely would give it to my fast guys. That's exactly what
82,
I would
man.
do. Yeah. 82, 5,
24.
24.
I'd hit 82 because he's taller than 24. I mean, Lucas McConnell.
Yeah.
So,
all right, here's the quarterback sneak just to get a little bit of room.
Oh, he didn't do it. Is that a fumble? Are they saying he fumbled? Oh, my gracious alive.
Well,
East Lincoln fumbles the football on the half-yard line.
Wow.
Chase Jones did a quarterback sneak and somehow another fumbled the football. Wow. That's he's on a half-yard line. Maybe not even a half-a-yard line, Ken. Wow.
Okay. Newton-Conover will take over. First and goal on the East Lincoln 1-yard line. So here's Baker waiting for the snap in the shotgun. Now he goes under center.
Quarterback
snap.
sneak.
Quarterback sneak.
He's not going to make it.
Not much going on there.
He made it there. I think he got in that. There's a penalty.
Newton-Conover says touchdown.
We have a penalty on the play.
But there's a flag, and the officials never ruled touchdown. So let's see what this call is.
If it's against East Lincoln, of course Newton's going to decline it. But I can't. I don't.
Did they ever signal touchdown? I never saw a signal.
I never saw a touchdown signal. They're backing Newton-Conover up. That's holding on Newton-Conover.
Well, let's see what the call is. It's only 5 yards, so I don't know what the call is.
Must have been holding. So that's Newton-Conover's first penalty of this half.
Well, anyway, that'll back it up to the 6-yard line where it'll be first and goal from the 6.
Yep.
It's actually closer to the 5.
It is, yeah, you're right, yeah.
So that ball was barely inside the goal line.
Shamar Baker, the quarterback. Miles Baker back there with him. Here comes the blitz. Here's a handoff, and that's a great defensive play right there. Oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty right there on East Lincoln.
I didn't see the flag. Well, what happened on that play, there was a loss of 1 as Miles Baker had nowhere to go. But right after he's tackled, there was an East Lincoln player that flattened a Newton-Conover player right at the line of scrimmage, and everyone was yelling for a flag, but we never saw one.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll be
they got a break there.
Down.
They got a big break there, East Lincoln did on that penalty. All right, here we go. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. Double wide receivers left. And here we go. Fake handoff and wow.
That ball was caught right around the goal line.
Gabe Duncan made a sensational hit.
And he was upended
on the 1-yard line. Look, maybe on the half-a-yard line.
Looked like he was close to the goal line.
3rd down. 3rd and goal, Ken. 3rd and goal. And they're on the 1-yard line, I believe.
That's what it looks like. So it'll be 3rd and goal as Maiden is trying to get this ball in the end zone, and East Lincoln is bowing their backs trying to keep them out.
Yes, they are.
So here it is, under center. Miles Taker takes it. He sneaks.
Did he get it? I don't think he got in, Ken.
I never saw
he did not get in.
I never saw a signal by the referees.
He did not get in the end zone.
Even though Newton-Conover said he's in. Officials said he what?
4th down, Ken.
4th down.
4th down and goal on the half-a-yard line. He might have lost a little bit there, Ken. What do you think?
I think you're right.
So Newton-Conover, they're fired up. East Lincoln's fired up. They're on the half-a-yard line. It's 4th down. Can East Lincoln stop them on 4 downs here inside the 1-yard line? This will be an unbelievable
what I'm expecting, Tim, I'm expecting
Miles Baker outside.
Fake it, and Miles Baker keep it.
Here he goes, straight up the middle.
And he's in.
He's in that time.
Yeah.
He got running room. He got some running.
Yeah.
He got some running, got some power going in there. So that's a touchdown for the Newton-Conover Red Devils.
Shamar Baker.
Yep, Shamar Baker. That's your quarterback. Best quarterback in the conference, hands down.
And so that's the touchdown for another Silver Point Homes touchdown. First one of the half for Newton-Conover, but that's a key one. It puts them up 38-21 pending the PAT try right now.
Right.
28-21 Maiden.
Okay, here's, got a penalty here.
Offside
on East Lincoln. So it's going to be declined.
Maiden, 28-21.
Is that the game?
No.
Just got a score in from one of the Lincoln County High School football games. Lincoln and Maiden up on Lincoln 28-21 in the fourth quarter.
About 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left in the ball game. Here is a kick, and it's up, and it is good. So that's going to make it 39-21 right here at North Newton-Conover High School football stadium.
Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincoln, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincoln and Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincoln. It's time to call your order in for your special event. Call the Chuck Wagon Grill for any occasion. They'll cater to your every need. They'll even bring it to your doorstep. And be sure to check out their prime rib. It's absolutely out of this world good. The Chuck Wagon Grill is open 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday with some great daily lunch and dinner specials. Be sure to check out their homemade soup on these cool days. For your catering order, call 704-732-4777. The Chuck Wagon Grill, 3051 Highway 27, east of Lincoln.
14-8. Okay, we're back here today at Newton-Conover High School here on a Friday night. It's the Friday night game of the week. Rinaldo High School football game of the week, and it's the LincolnCounty.com game of the week. So here's a Gabe Duncan.
Trying to get to the sidelines. He does get to the sidelines, up past the 30-yard line, it looks like. May have went out before then. See where they mark it.
Looks like he went out the 20-yard line, Ken, or maybe the 19-yard line. So we got 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And East Lincoln's trailing Newton-Conover. It's 39-21. And it's starting to rain a little harder here at the football stadium. Here's a handoff to Chandler Jones straight up the middle. And he gets a first down. Al Lane Kubota first down. So they're moving the chains, and the referees are saying, let's get this thing going. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left. That's a good pickup for the Mustangs. But, Ken, I think it's a little too late for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that last score put the nail in the coffin, unfortunately. 18-point lead now for Newton-Conover. Chase Jones looking for someone to pass to, scrambling. Now he's trying to run, nowhere to go, run out of bounds. Close to the line of scrimmage over there on the far sideline. Looks like no gain on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and 7. Looked like they gave him 3 on that run and play.
Second, 7, 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. Chase in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Chase looking to throw the football. Here comes the blitz. And
there's wide open as Spinks. He's in the middle field. First down and up to the midfield and across the midfield. He's all the way up to the 48-yard line of Newton-Conover on that play.
Tell you what, that kid's going to be good, Ken. What is he, a sophomore or junior or a freshman? What is he?
He's sophomore.
Sophomore. That kid's going to be. He's got 2 more years. He's going to be good. Here's a snap. He's looking.
And now he's still looking. He's pointing.
He's pointing.
Now he's going to throw it and throws it away eventually.
Yep.
He couldn't find anybody. He scrambled, tried to find people, but he couldn't find any. Eventually had to just get rid of it.
You know, the rule of thumb is when your quarterback scrambles, whatever side he scrambles to, you got to scramble with him. Yeah. And they just stood there. The receivers did. They got to understand that.
Yeah,
when
they didn't break off the routes and try to help him that much on that play. So
but he did the right thing. He threw it away.
He did throw it away. Second down and 10.
Minute 48 seconds left.
As Chase Jones waits the snap in the shotgun. He takes it. He's looking to throw it again. He throws it out to the flat, caught.
Gabe Duncan, the receiver. He's going to be short of a first down. It's going to bring up third down and about probably 3 or 4. Time is ticking away on the Mustangs. 1 minute and 32 seconds left. 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Be a 3rd and 3.
Fourth quarter.
Inside the, look like it's a 40.
Looks like East Lincoln's just going to
3-yard line.
Let the time continue to run.
Here's the snap. Looking to throw it again. It's Chase Jones. He throws it away. It's
That's
good,
on the
good coverage. Gabe Duncan was covered on the play, and he threw it away. Lived for another down. That stops the clock. And I bring up a 4th down and 3.
Minute and 14 seconds.
For the Mustangs.
Now, did they not tell us earlier that Newton-Conover has not beaten East Lincoln how many years, Ken?
It's a long time. I can't remember. 10, I think it was.
Well, they're going to win tonight.
Here's East Lincoln.
Chandler Jones. There's a flag. Down on the field.
Yeah, good run by Chandler Jones of about.
Picks up an Al Lincoln the first down, but there is a flag down on the field.
About 23 yards on the carry, but there was a flag thrown as he was coming around here. It looks like it's coming back.
Blocking the back, I think. Looks like a block in the back, Ken.
It's from the spot of the foul. So this is going to be a
15 yards.
Yeah, it was around the line of scrimmage where it was actually thrown. So it's going to wipe that out and back this thing up. It's going to be a 4th down. Takes it all the way back into East Lincoln, back in East Lincoln territory on the 46-yard line, where to be 4th and about 15 for the Mustangs.
So this is the final play for the Mustang. Hands off to Chandler Jones straight up the middle. He's got some running room.
Shoecane's trained tackle out there. Brings him down, and he is short of the first down. A gain of
about 13 yards.
Yeah, but not enough.
So that's going to bring up. So it's going to be 52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Newton-Conover is going to pull up the win here tonight. Great coaching job by Matt Bean.
As the clock is stopped at 52.9 seconds left, as Newton-Conover will take over.
Looks like they're going to take a knee.
They're on 43.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take a knee. That's what it looks. And they're trying to get some players in. The clock 2-1. Going to be a penalty. Delay of the game on the
Newton-Conover.
Yeah, they just could not get enough of their players in, and Coach Beam is highly upset at that because I know he doesn't want the penalty in this situation, especially as well as they played. They played well tonight on both sides of the football. So Newton-Conover is going to come away with a win tonight with the score of 39-21. Baker's going to take a knee. And that's going to do it. It's going to wind the clock down. So 50 seconds left. And everybody please stay tuned to the Stadium Postgame Show, the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium Postgame Show with Tim Johnson and Ken Link. And we'll wrap that thing up as soon as this game is over with. Got 30 seconds left. Great football game for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. I know they're looking forward to going into the playoffs. That's going to do it right there. And East Lincoln, they'll be making their way into the playoffs too. Coach David Lubowitz and his football. And next Wednesday on the Best in Sports, Tim Johnson and Ken Link on WCSL, we'll have some playoff matchings, Ken.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about playoffs next week.
All righty. Stay tuned for the Stadium Postgame Show, the Carolina Trust Bank, right here on the KTC broadcast.
It's the grand reopening of Ronaldo Cadillac Buick GMC in Shelby. Hurry in now for celebration savings. During this grand event, get grand savings like $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2016 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab. Get $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Encore. And get $7,500 off MSRP on a new 2017 Buick Enclave Convenience. Come in for all the details during the grand reopening. Ronaldo Cadillac Buick GMC at Ronaldo Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. It's time to trade up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Payment starts at $97 per month, or you can get 2.99% APR financing plus up to $300 customer cash. And that's not all. Get 2.99% financing APR plus up to $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for all the details during the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Exit 22 at I-85, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Campers Inn in Kings Mountain presents their second annual holiday bike drive. Camping out for kids December 8th, 9th, and 10th. Campers Inn has partnered with the Kings Mountain Police Department to collect new bikes for the children in our community. They are hoping to collect from 150 to 200 new bikes, from toddlers to teens, and they do all the work. Just bring your unassembled bike and they'll put it together for you. You can help make Christmas brighter for a child this year. Plan now to participate in the second annual Camping Out for Kids Holiday Bike Drive, December 8th, 9th, and 10th at Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain. It's the grand opening of the new Ronaldo Honda. The renovations are complete, and you're invited to drop by our new showroom. Check out the great deals this month, like 0.9% APR financing for the 2017 Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Offer ends October 31st. And check out the great specials in the service department. Don't get left out in the cold with a free winter battery test. And right now, get an oil change, tire rotation, and balancing, only $74.95. Don't miss the deals during the grand opening celebration at the new Ronaldo Honda, located at Ronaldo Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
I said where I come from, it's cornbread and chicken.
Okay, here we are back on the postgame, the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium postgame show, as the final score here was Newton-Conover 39 and the East Lincoln Mustangs 21. And we'll quickly, Tim, go over the offensive, defensive, and player of the games for this contest. The offensive player of the game, Tim, I'm going to give that to Chandler Jones, who had 112 yards rushing, had a rushing touchdown of 70 yards, and also called a passing touchdown the second half to try to bring East Lincoln back from this deficit. Defensive player of the game, Tim, I'm going to go. That was the West End offensive player of the game. The Rhodes and Bill Oil Company defensive player of the game, Tim, I've got to go with Ryan Matz again, who was out there leading that charge on defense the whole game for the East Lincoln Mustangs. And for the overall player of the game, the Campers Inn overall player of the game, got to go to that man, Shamar Baker, who threw for 4 touchdowns, ran for another touchdown. According to my figures, 22 out of 28 passing for 247 yards.
Yeah, outstanding game for that young man. Outstanding player. Like I said, outstanding young man, too. I know Coach Matt Beam is awfully proud of his quarterback. he was talking him up tonight before the game started, and I'm sure they're going to have great things here at Newton-Conover with Shamar Baker here as well. All right, Kenny, for the penalties tonight, in the first half there was 4 penalties for East Lincoln for 30 yards, 4 for 45 for Newton-Conover. In the second half, it was 4 for 40 for East Lincoln and 2 for 10 yards for Newton-Conover. It was a well-played game, you know, discipline-wise. Overall, 8 penalties for 70 yards for East Lincoln and 6 for 55 for Newton-Conover. Both of these teams are going to the playoffs. Newton-Conover is going to get a home game without a doubt. East Lincoln will probably be on the road somewhere or another. They're saying possibly could be back at Maiden. Then again, it could be North Surrey. All depends on, I guess, the Maiden and Lincoln game. And last we heard, Lincoln was down 28-21 to the Blue Devils here tonight. So great game for Newton-Conover and East Lincoln. They made a comeback. We knew they would make some adjustments in the second half, and Coach Lubowitz did do that.
Yeah, they scored 2 quick touchdown and actually cut that score to
and had a turnover
to 11 points, but they had a turnover that they couldn't overcome. And we said at the beginning of this game they need to limit their mistakes.
Sure.
Unfortunately, they had a few mistakes in this game, and it's tough to overcome them against a team as good as Newton-Conover. So good effort by East Lincoln the second half, but came out on the short end, 39-21.
Want to thank our sponsors for here tonight, LincolnCounty.com sponsors. Renato, which is our title sponsor, also First Federal, the stadium pregame sponsor. Classic Ford out of Shelby, player to watch sponsor. Also, First Downs, Al Lane Kubota, located in Lincoln. Also, First Federal Scoreboard, Touchdown, Silverport Homes. And, of course, always our halftime show, Parker Farm Service out of Kings Mountain. Our stat sheet, Kenny Link's special, LincolnCounty.com. And the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium postgame show, which you're listening to right now. And, of course, your West End, Rhodes and Bill. And, of course, your Campers Inn. They are the player of the game, defensive player of the game, and, of course, offensive player of the game. And we want to thank First Federal for being our big sponsor this year for the First Federal Lincoln County High School Football Show, as well as the First Federal Player of the Week. And also want to thank House of Pizza for feeding us every Friday. Those people are just wonderful people. Go tell them that Tim and Ken sent you out there to eat. Also, Max Grill in Trouble. We love eating at Max Grill. So we'll see you guys. We'll have some playoff updates and stuff like that for next Wednesday on the KTC broadcasting. WCSL 1590 is the best in sports. You can catch Tim Johnson and Ken Link every Wednesday from 4 to 5. So tune in to us, and we'll have all the first round playoffs for us next week. All righty, Kenny. Let's go on down to Lincoln, all right?
Let's head back that way.
All righty. You guys have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you guys. And don't forget, Ken and Tim, we're going to be at Carolina Panthers football stadium. We're going to be bringing a report from out of the press box. We'll be doing some interviews and stuff like that with the players and coaches. So look forward to tuning in to next Wednesday on the Best in Sports.